nobody who serves public office should have the temperament to want to shut down the entire country over healthcare costs. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 38 of The Jam. It's JJ Allen Matt, the way it always is.
The way it always is.
Yes, sir, Ski.
Man, we are back this week. How y'all do? Okay. How we
I'm
doing?
feeling good, man. I'm
good,
hyped,
feeling
just like
great.
my Nick, or just like my friend Davey. You know what I mean?
Bro, 500K on that Brandon Johnson reel. I'm switching up on my day one.
Oh my God, it's really
Listen,
one
Blow
of
up
my
and
day.
act like I didn't know any of you. But today we got a jam-packed show as always. I remember I was just watching the first time we did one of these run-throughs. It was like episode 1. And we had so many damn topics. And the fact that it's come this far, we at episode 38. It's just getting more and more
It's
synthesized.
getting there, bro.
It's more and more good. You know, this content is not light. So we're going to tell you like, comment, share, subscribe. But before that, we're going to talk about the Grammys. We're going to talk about ICE raids and everything still happening in Chicago, the current state of the world on the ground. We're going to talk about Nicki Minaj, because Bombaraz clock.
See,
Trey
Bomba.
Rod did.
Then we got, we're going to take a look at Mamdani, checking back in on what's going on in New York, because we didn't just get bro elected to forget.
Exactly.
We're going to give y'all a little bit of update, some stuff that I seen that was interesting, because that's my only positive political news. And then after that, we're going to move into the doom of the day, where we talk about the Democratic Party. And the government shutdown. And the government shutdown that we just all witnessed. So we're going to get into all the discussions, all of the above. But yes, because we're going to do that, and you're going to have a great time watching it, like, what do
Bro,
we tell
Alan.
them? Alan.
What do
It's-
they gotta do?
What we got, bro? We done had Brandon Johnson on here tell y'all what.
Sitting in this here seat.
Talk
and
to us.
We done had Hassan tell y'all what to do.
sitting in this.
We done had Chance tell y'all what to
Sitting in this.
do. So now I'm going to tell you niggas what to do. I want y'all to share, comment, and like this video.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
dude,
Have-
where can they find us?
can we-
though?
Hit the hype button as well.
Oh, yeah.
All that good
Fine.
stuff.
You already know where you can find us. Let's start off with the 1. Let's start off with Prime.
Okay.
Let's start off with the 2. Let's start off with Spotify. Let's start off with the 3. Let's start off with TikTok. 4 YouTube. 5 ACAT. 6 help me, nigga.
Pocket Cat.
Seven.
Instagram.
Patreon.
Patreon.com/thejaampod.
Shout out to Patreon.
Y'all pointing at the different.
I know everybody started pointing. We gotta have AV do the Patreon. On some shit.
The jam.
Patreon.com/thejaampod.
We had a lapse of judgment.
But yeah, all of
everywhere
the above.
else. Yes,
Follow us on all the platforms. Also follow us on all the individual platforms. JMJ, JMJ8.
You know what I'm saying? What you on, Matt?
Soulstudios.com.
They be the artist.
Yes, sir. Man, it has been a time. It has been a time on this podcast over the last 38 episodes. And it's kind of like all came to a head the last time we were sitting in this chair, because we had the mayor of Chicago on our podcast. That entire situation was just crazy, just like it is every single time
When
we
I
have a guest.
tell you that man, just for one singular man, locked down the entire block. I'm not even joking.
There's a word. for
Y'all
it, bro.
think we wasn't getting frisked? You think it wasn't a pat down? had to, you know what I
Bro,
mean?
we're filming, bro. She go. I don't
The
know
head of
her name.
security.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
head of
came
security.
in. She was like, "Can
Shout
I
out
get a picture?"
Officer Figueroa.
Yeah, Officer Figueroa.
Yeah.
Figueroa.
She was really nice. She had
that was
came in.
super
We
nice.
was doing the pod. She was like, "Can we get a picture, y'all?" And then she took a picture. She was like, "Actually, can y'all get up?" And say no
You
more.
got it.
You know, the
You got it.
security protocols was coming through, so we was trying to, it was a lot going on that day, trying to obviously lock in for the fact that we talking to the mayor, but also like trying to get all the other content that we did. And I think, well, I mean, judging based off your reaction to the episode, y'all definitely did fuck with it.
Yes, sir.
That's just crazy. I always like love the opportunity. I didn't think that we'd get the opportunity to do stuff like that this quickly.
Yeah.
But even just seeing, I remember
did.
even when we dropped the promo, people were like really like pleased with it. So thank y'all for the love and
Appreciate
support.
that.
And
Really.
shout out to the mayor
Brother,
for coming through.
support has been ridiculous.
Yeah.
You just hit 15K.
You just hit 12K.
And the jam just hit 200.
Yup.
Thank
We
you.
get a round of applause for that, man.
Not even
Oh, wait.
Podcast
Can I-
account you
wait a
know
minute.
and getting.
How much you want to bet? Wait a minute. Hold on. Live right now.
At that number.
Live right now. I'm looking at the YouTube. Where we at?
Oh shit!
69.8. So by the time they see this, we'll be deep in the 70s.
Yup.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'm about to say
70s.
thank y'all in advance for 70,000 subscribers on YouTube. What is going on? Niggas have been doing a mad thing. It hasn't even been 1
Madness
year.
and badness.
Combination.
It has not been a year, bro.
Nope.
But thank you guys so much for the love and support, obviously. And please do go rock with that Patreon. We got some stuff.
Yeah, we have
coming.
some
was
stuff
just talking
coming.
about it. We're not even going to talk about it on air.
Y'all
but we
gotta
got
feel
some
me
stuff.
in.
Yeah,
Yes,
we do.
But that was as much as we get our own flowers and everything, which is important. Give yourself flowers. Make sure you do the work you're doing rewarding. A bunch of other people in the creative field have just gotten the first, or maybe potential flowers, I guess, if they win. Because I've seen news about the Grammys. It's coming up on that time of year where everyone got to start getting controversial about their music.
True.
So
Wait a minute.
You know what I was about to say, right?
Oh
gang?
yeah, isn't it?
I forgot.
Gotta
you
hit
niggas have
one.
3 microphones.
We
And one
do.
of you could be like,
We do.
"Hey guys, let's do the fit check."
I was gonna do it. No, I was gonna do it. It's just I had to. You know what I mean?
Fix your bracelet, nigga.
Fix your bracelet.
Nigga,
No,
I
I'm
got
serious.
like-
It's about to fall off.
How is it? Oh, appreciate it. How did you see that? It didn't even the clap. Okay. But yeah, I got some basic fucking. I got the Columbias on.
Basic, he says.
Basic.
Grails.
Nigga, they are. When we was trying
Nah,
to get
they
these
grails,
motherfuckers, they
though.
spawned everywhere.
Yeah.
True, yeah, they just family size.
Got some polo pants on,
Red.
white shirt, old college hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Shout out UIS. The chain.
No.
Trying to be no.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Do it again.
How do you want me to?
You
do
got
it?
You gotta put that in your voice, man.
You got the chain, the bracelet. I'm not the type of nigga who
JJ went out and got iced out.
Yeah.
He iced out now. Put some respect on his
We
name.
gotta
With the
put up the bracelet.
With the Moncler
on the noggin.
Flex up the
with
chain.
the
bro.
Moncler,
With the-
too, with the chain.
Nah.
Yeah, you had to come right.
Had to come right.
One of the A's.
One of the A's, man.
Go ahead, AB. How
You
you
know what I'm
feeling?
saying? Got the Dewey on the head top. You feel me? Got the Coach shirt.
Shout
Yes,
out,
sir.
Coach.
Nova Man bomber jacket of
Yes, sir.
You feel me?
Okay.
Got the navy blue. Got the ice cream pants.
Yeah, I
Worn
fuck
these
with them.
twice.
Yeah, I fuck
And
with
then
them.
these are the Nike Dunk X Stranger Things.
Oh shit!
If
Stranger
you
Things.
take a peek, got the upside down Nike on.
Upside down Nike.
Upside down Nike right there. Upside down.
That's actually
Nike.
so.
Yo,
wait, no, those
That's
are
And got the dingy laces because these are supposed to be back in 1980.
1980s.
Those
Nah,
That's
The way
so
the
wrong.
timeline where
Show the-
Stranger Things took place, yes sir.
Dang.
Got the hood.
show the-
Navy blue on the
of
navy
doom.
blue on the navy blue. You feel me?
Show the car keys too. Might as
You
well.
might as well show the keys, man.
Pulls a DDG.
Shout out car keys.
Put
you
the
know what
keys
I'm saying?
around the neck.
Funny story about this before we get into the, or actually I'm gonna let y'all finish then we can.
Yeah, we get into a little
Okay,
bit more
bet. You already
advanced.
know how I'm coming, nigga. We got the CDGs.
Ooh,
Yes,
CDGs.
oh my
Yeah,
god.
that
nigga.
bitch is
I ain't seen you bust out the CDGs in a
I
while.
missed the CDGs with the
It's just been a
Allen.
little break. You know what I'm saying? We got the Jaam jeans.
Only real OGs know Allen with the CDGs, bro.
right.
You have to know.
You have to been following Instagram
got
since
the-
like 2015. It's a real
we got
OG.
the veil top, got the
know what
little
I'm saying?
brown, little leather.
Yes,
You know what
sir.
I'm
Vivian on the
Yeah,
neck.
that's what.
Vivian on the
Oh
neck.
my god.
Shit, that's it. That's how I'm.
I mean,
Like out. Last but not
not
least.
last but not least, I'm feeling good. You know, I got my arms out, got the tats showing it.
Yeah,
Some shit.
Got the I forgot what these are called, but I got the Newies on, New Balance on. You know what I'm saying, with the green.
Yeah,
Got
sir.
the You Matter on. Shout out
Damn,
Meech.
shout out my nigga Meech.
Shout out Meech. Hey Meech, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You got to get the whole gang right. What you
Yeah,
doing?
supply the jam with some you matter.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know
Because
what
you
these,
matter.
you know what I'm saying? I don't know what these niggas talking about, but like, if you want to supply me with some, look,
Just you.
hold on, Meech, right? So like, I couldn't afford the top. You feel me? So I had to just go with the bottoms. Then I shrunk the bottoms today when I
Today.
took them out the dryer. But it's
Damn,
cool. you know what
That
I'm
sound
saying?
like
Meech.
it's an inconvenience, which
Chillin'.
mean that the You Matter brand got to solve the now.
Dang, Meech, you gon' get your return on investment. We hit 200K. Just send it out. We hit 200K, gang.
It's worth it,
Yo, shout out Meech. Nah,
Shout out,
real,
John.
the real life, we've been rocking with
I
him.
need
I've
to
been
get
rocking
some.
with him for years.
Since
Since I was a
Vine
child.
days,
Yeah. Since I was a child.
I
so.
seen him copped it. I was like, I definitely got to copy it.
It was fire. Got the chain on, got the Louis hat on, you know what I'm saying?
Real.
The chain wasn't even out. You know,
You gotta get
got the chain on, you feel me? Got the, you know what I'm saying? Got the stack on, Swarovski
Yes,
crystals
sir.
on the, you feel me?
Oh, you
Fire.
feel me?
Got the
But yeah.
top on the hat.
Before we get into it, your boy got a new whip.
Your boy got a new
Bang
whip.
out.
I'm
New
excited,
whip.
man.
Everybody moving
Gonna
up
be
in
driving
the
his
world,
car, man.
When I tell you getting this bitch was hell on earth, nigga.
Already know.
As
Last
cars
minute
do.
is the
Usually when people say they hate Mondays, they don't like the fact that the weekend is over.
Yeah.
This Monday, bro, it lived up to its expectations.
It really did. No, it really did.
Monday of hell.
I get up, right? I think I had the appointment at 2:00. So it's like 30 minute drive. The nigga says, oh yeah, your OG got to be there as well because my OG was on the title, my old car. So I get there. I'm happy as hell. I see my car in the little elevator and shit. Oh shit. I get in there. Okay, we're going to have you sign these 3 little papers. Signed it. All right. Next step, title.
Hit him in the gut. Where's
When
the
I
title?
tell you, bro, I searched through that folder at least 50 times. I was like, is this the title? He said, nope, it's a purple paper. I'm shit. So I told the nigga, I'm like, okay, I know where it's at. My mom says, oh, it's in there. I think it was in her room or something. I was like, okay, we're gonna go back to the crib, get the title, come back. We go to the crib. We drove an hour and 30. Keep in mind, my car is like fucked up
on his
like,
last
like,
letter.
I gotta pull over the side of the road, turn it off, turn it back on.
Oh my god!
like it's done for.
that bad.
Done for.
It was done for. So I get to the crib. I tore up her whole like shit, like looking for this shit.
Fucked up her whole.
You know the
fucking
mail
title,
situation at the crib.
Oh my god!
Jesus!
I don't know how you found it.
How long it take you to
My
find
OG
it?
got
Like
like
30 minutes.
My OG got like every mail document from 1900 in that house.
Yes.
for
Like, no
any
bullshit.
document. is
So
going-
we found the document, right? Okay, we head back, drive another hour 30, only for the nigga to tell me, man, you know, the people that's in charge of the registration, you know, putting the plates on the car and shit, they left that forward. So you're gonna have to come back Wednesday, which is today.
I would have took the catalytic converter out there.
I'm leaving here with some
leaving here
real.
with real
I
spill.
did leave there with something, a fucking pen.
Niggas told
Mondays,
me,
that's what they
yeah.
pay.
They say you couldn't do this shit. They gave you a pen for
Whole
consultation.
time, this
I
nigga
don't
was
fucking
so
know.
excited. He like, bro, I'm gonna get this shit on Monday.
Bro,
Bang out.
I didn't get it. So then
Damn.
Wednesday hits. Today, actually, I picked it up today at 7:30 in the morning.
Damn, you've been up.
Yeah, he been up.
since
Yeah.
5 o'clock.
Oh, well, bang out. Well,
One
we
of them
got like
ones.
6 more hours. We gotta get
I've
this
been
out.
whipping that bitch ever since.
Yeah, sir. I said we get to see it for the first time when we leave.
Yeah, bro.
Boy, that's so crazy.
One of
Like,
them ones.
I feel like all the milestones are getting checked off so quickly.
I know. Now we gotta win a Grammy.
Yeah, I'm about to say now we gotta go to like get nominated for something. I guess that's the only thing that's next. But speaking of the Grammys, some of us win cars, some of us win good days on the planet. Other niggas win Grammys. Other niggas don't even get nominated for The Weeknd, whose album been in every fucking episode of this show.
Look how you looking
But
at
he didn't
y'all,
get
bro.
nominated at all.
He didn't. Alan.
Okay, hold on. He
Yep.
didn't get nominated.
Let's talk about
Sit
the
up.
Grammys.
Hold on.
Come on.
Let's
Let's
talk
get
about
serious.
He didn't get
He
nominated.
didn't get nominated.
I didn't even know that.
Not
shit.
even for like a
Nope.
song.
Alan.
Let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. And he the dumbass nigga. Right? He the real dumbass nigga. Because let's talk about it, right?
Let's talk about
when the Grammys last year happened, right? He wasn't even a part of like before he was doing the Grammys, and then when After Hours came out, he didn't get nominated. Mind you, crazy album during COVID.
After Hours.
He was like,
Didn't
After
get
Hours
nominated.
is
He was
the
like,
album
I'm
with
off this
Blinding
shit.
Lights for those of you
With
who don't
Blinding
know.
Lights, one of the
The
biggest
one
songs
song
in
that
the
was
world.
Yep.
He like, you know what? I'm off this Grammy shit. You know what? I'm not even finna do this no more. Last year, he ends up performing his new album, and I'm like, wait, what happened? They apologized to them.
Yeah, I thought they
He's
squashed
like,
it.
you know what, bro?
They
Like,
pieced it
we
up.
good, we cool. Just for your new album to not get nominated.
We're talking. We're
performed.
talking about an album that got 500K units
Bro.
sold.
First week. I'm about to say, okay.
First week.
No,
So
that
from a
happened.
numbers perspective, 500K first week. From a name perspective, it's The Weeknd. And from a quality of song perspective,
The best
behind
album.
The
Blue
Weeknd.
come out.
It's The Weeknd. Timeless Blue. The quality of these songs that I'm hearing is better than 90% of niggas who drop. It's The
Yes.
Weeknd.
He's not dropping no bull.
So didn't he perform Timeless at the fucking
Yes.
Grammys?
Yes. and he performed new songs off his album, and then had Cardi come out.
And then had a sold out tour.
And then had like one of the biggest tours.
That
one of the
was
biggest.
amazing.
This nigga dropped the movie.
He dropped the movie.
Glorilla got nominated for a rap album.
Here's the thing. Shout out Glorilla.
Shout out.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Shout out Glorilla. Shout out who
Shout out
else is on
everyone
there?
who
Leon
was
Thomas.
on
Shout out Tyler, the creator.
we're
I know
gonna
it's
get
Lady
to-
Gaga on there. All types of other shit.
For album, we
Clips
got-
is on
yeah,
there.
Clips got it. GNX got it. Sabrina Carpenter. Mutt is on there. Bad Bunny shit on there.
Album of the year.
Yeah, album of the year.
Mutt's on there.
Yeah. Okay.
What is y'all? Okay. Question. What is y'all album of the year? Album of the year. Go JJ. We can go jam format.
Out of those selections or period?
Out of those selections.
Out of those selections,
Let me look at this list again.
it's either gonna be GNX or Mutt. I don't think that Mutt is even Leon Thomas's like.
That's
far
not
away
even his
best work.
That's not his. I
Just
know
because
that's not his
feel like,
best work.
just because
know
I
he
feel
would
like
do
I
way
feel like
better
it's his
than
most produced, maybe his most complete, because he just dropped like an EP, which was only 10 songs.
Okay.
So for the fact that Mutt blew up and like the entire album sounds really good, like I can accept that as a nomination, but like I don't even think that that's his like peak potential or anything. So I wouldn't be mad at him winning it or Kendrick winning it. All the other stuff I didn't really like listen to for real. The fact that The Weeknd is not nominated is fucking ridiculous.
That's
I'm
ridiculous.
not clearing it.
No,
nigga.
I'm not clean.
I'm
I was
looking at
losing
this
my
list
fucking
and I'm
mind when
not
I figured
clearing
out.
I love
bro.
Tyler's album too.
When I figured out that The Weeknd did not get nominated, I'm not clearing this shit. I'm sorry. After
telling me
looking
Justin
at the
Bieber
list,
shit on
no.
here.
Justin Bieber,
Swag is on there
Swag
and
is
not
on here.
fuck.
Justin
Lady Gaga.
Bieber.
Shout out Jermaine Bieber. We fuck with Jermaine Bieber. It's not better than fucking
It's not.
Hurry Up
I'm
Tomorrow. Get the
sorry,
fuck out.
bro.
I haven't listened to. I didn't even. Again, no disrespect to Jermaine Bieber, but I didn't listen to that album. I didn't know that was the name of it.
He dropped two
I
of them bitches.
understand. Clips, I get it. I really get it.
I
I was gonna say, I'm gonna
I
keep it
think-
in. That's my.
I think Clips-
my album of the year from the list is Clips. Is Let
Yeah?
God Something. Yeah, which is crazy.
That's
for me.
nuts.
It's nuts coming
Nuts,
from me.
yeah.
I
Especially
never
the way
would've
I was
expected
gonna
that.
say, especially the way I was like hating on it to begin with. It's album of the year for sure.
This nigga dropped.
for sure.
He dropped the album beginning of the whole year, and y'all didn't put it in.
I understand.
I'm actually
He dropped it in
stoked,
January.
He dropped it in January
January.
2025. I understand Clips. I understand Tyler. I understand GNX, and I understand Leon Thomas. I understand Mutt. Those four nominations are very good nominations to capture like the crazy music that has dropped this year. Not having The Weeknd, I just can't
That's like-
like
No
stare at
Alfredo
it.
2, no
No
Starline,
Alfredo 2.
no.
That's criminal.
Chance
yeah,
didn't get
Chance
a
didn't get a
mention. Not even no more old men got
Fuck,
nominated.
that
even-
song is like
Nuts.
perfect.
I just.
Oh, no. I'm like, I'm about to hyperventilate. Nigga, I went to Best New Artist. They have Alex Warren on
Yeah,
there.
they have
Y'all know
Alex-
who that nigga is?
He a TikTok nigga. I just found out who this nigga was. He a
Alex Warner?
Alex Warren.
Or Warren,
He
yeah.
a TikTok nigga that like he used to do these videos with some shorty. It was like, what was his shorty
used to-
name?
I forgot
his shorty
his
name was
girl
like
name.
Clover or some shit like that.
What he was known for, he used to make YouTube videos, but what he was like popularly known for was like he was the copy David Dobrik.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
he was
yeah, yeah,
acting
yeah,
like
yeah.
him.
Exactly.
He was making videos
Exactly.
like him, and then he made the transition to making, guess what? Country music. And he's best new
blown
artist,
up,
and he's on
blown up now. Like, yeah.
Oh.
What's your album of the year? Album of the year, real quick.
Album of the year, based off of the
Based off the
nominations.
list. Shit.
I don't know if I ever actually answered the question. I think my album of the year would be Mutt. I think I have to.
Yeah, Mutt.
I think I have to pick it.
Mm,
Really
it's,
close for me.
it's really close between Leon and the Clips. I'd probably go Leon.
Leon, okay.
Leon, yeah.
I'm not mad at Leon.
I'm gonna be so real. Hurry up tomorrow. Fuck all these niggas.
I'm not
Fuck Clip. Fuck all these niggas. Fuck Leon Thomas. Fuck all these niggas. Man. It's hurry up tomorrow. Fuck all these niggas. Man. Justin Bieber, go to your wife. Man. Fuck you, man.
I'm not gonna lie.
On soul. On soul, nigga. I mean every word.
I think if you had it up to me, I think I would probably choose Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. If it was on there, it's Hurry Up Tomorrow.
If it
for
was
sure.
up, if it was on there, I'm still not mad though. If realistically, Kendrick, Tyler, Clips, or Leon get it, it's just really unfortunate. Like, what did y'all listen to?
Yeah.
Right.
What did y'all listen to? I've never heard a more like theatrically produced, like given what music The Weeknd makes. The Weeknd is not a nigga who's gonna Kendrick rap you to death, and he's not about to like if you look at James 4-4, like he not about to like bar you like that.
Yeah.
But you go to him for performance,
I was
for
gonna say, most of the
listenability.
niggas on the list aren't that.
Sometimes he on that album you have maybe 2 songs that I think he could have held because it's just really mainstream, you know, pop like chorus hook. Everything else, nigga. Did you hear that
Hurry
intro
Up
song?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, and that
songs.
song's like Drive or like what's it called? I don't listen to Drive for real. Like
I
that.
don't even.
Yeah.
Did
But
he
like-
get a single nomination?
No.
Not a single nomination is
I
crazy.
think
Maybe
Sao
not even
Paulo
like
has like a billion.
Sao
streams.
Paulo
No,
is crazy to not have a.
I don't
What
understand
songs
it,
were
bro.
nominated? Like for do
It
we
was
have
some
a-
bullshit. That's why I ain't even say we don't gotta go into the songs.
Damn,
it was some.
bro.
It was some. I listened to this one song by Miley Cyrus, and my chat was pissing me off because they was telling me
No.
music is subjective. I said, shut the fuck up. No, it's not better than Hurry Up Tomorrow. No.
Man Child by Sabrina Carpenter.
It's mediocrity. That's what it is.
That's
We
what it
don't
is.
want to
That's
have
a
that
whole-
conversation.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Mediocrity.
That's crazy, man.
But
I was gonna
That's
say.
insane.
Whatever.
That well wishes to everybody who was nominated. Paying attention, I'm already knowing that the discourse is gonna be on, but that's a snub and a half if we have seen. Well, I thought these niggas pieced it up, but I mean,
Hell no.
I guess not.
Top
so.
want to piece it up. Top want to piece it up. Top want to piece it up.
Top want to piece it
I'm surprised Sexy Songs for You wasn't on there.
I'm not.
I'm not. Nigga, what the fuck? What the fuck are we talking about? What are we talking about? Celibacy,
Fucking-
nigga.
Oh
This
my
nigga's 40.
god, nigga! At this rate, we not
I'm
getting
actually so
Iceman.
tight.
So fuck.
No, I don't
True,
even
yeah,
think
we not
Iceman.
getting
Yeah, that
Iceman.
shit
Not
dropped
getting
yet.
Iceman. That nigga streamed a couple times and lost a suit. We not getting that album. But I was gonna say, speaking of mid, what?
No, I just got a random text message from a random number I don't know. My mom gave my number out.
I'm already
Mom
knowing.
definitely gave.
Stop
giving my-
doing that.
She like
y'all.
She
like,
be giving my number
Don't
out
give people numbers
in
out of
church.
No.
Just giving it to church folks.
That's that 200K gang.
Getting some
Okay.
merch.
Speaking of mid,
No,
speaking of
I ain't say
mid,
nothing.
Wish you a good day, brother.
speaking of mid, let's talk about Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce.
So,
He
what
back
happened?
in the news again,
I
bro.
got you. Hold on. Let me pull up the screens. Hot and I'm saying. So Paul Pierce.
It's funny because I said speaking of mid Paul Pierce. Most people like I think if we lived in a world that makes sense, they'll be like you'd roast me because I
was just about to fry
You
you,
think
I'm
I'm
not
talking
gonna
about basketball ability, right?
No.
No, it's because these niggas
It's
hoop
not.
and they do great at it and then leave and
yeah, they got
Bang out, let me
late
get some
onset CTE. That's what that is.
That's
Late
got-
onset.
That nigga must have hit his head.
Late
on the rim.
onset.
All that
CTE.
trying to
Okay,
play
Paul
against
Pierce.
Shaq.
Matt, why we bringing up Paul Pierce?
Why we
Paul
bringing up
Pierce
Paul Pierce?
explains on a podcast. I don't know what the podcast is called. The podcast is called The Truth After Dark.
Oh God.
The podcast, no
Ain't
disrespect. The podcast is called Truth After Dark. He was on there. He explains how if your girlfriend really loves you, go cheat on her and see how she reacts.
That's
Nigga,
the same
what?
shit as Truth Social, the way we talking, nigga. Truth
So-
After Dark.
I'm gonna get no. I'm gonna give you this
Gang.
though. I'm gonna give you this though. The girl that was sitting across from him fried that nigga when he said that. She was
Okay.
like, "You telling young men that that's dumbass shit."
Yeah,
Yeah, that's some stupid ass
And what was the
shit.
comment said? No.
Niggas like Paul Pierce, gang. And shout out Kevin Garnett. You know what I'm saying? I know
Oh,
that's
yeah,
your
shout out
homie
Kevin
and shit.
Garnett.
I ain't gonna lie,
He
Kevin,
like
bro.
one of the chicken reels.
What happened? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He
Oh,
just like
yeah,
the-
shit.
he just
Yeah,
like
he
the real with Brandon Johnson. Hey, Kevin, check on your man. Check on your man, bro. Paul Pierce is 48. If y'all didn't know, 40. He pushing 50,
48.
50 balls. 50 balls on him.
Oh.
To be letting shit like that out your mouth at the age of 48.
It's
there's two
insane.
things.
That's fucking.
CTE and trauma. And those are things that we gotta address from a nigga
So
like
trauma
Paul.
Yeah, yeah,
Paul
yeah.
Pierce, bro, if you watching this, bro, go to CVS, go to Walgreens, and go get you some Zoloft, gang. It's not that bad, bro. You need to get something checked in here, bro. Because, gang,
Zoloft
there's
is
something
insane.
in your head, bro. There's something in the wiring of your brain. Really listen to
No,
what
no,
you
no, no,
just said,
like
for
Paul,
Like,
come
for
sit
real,
down
for
at
real,
the
for real.
gym. Come sit down at the gym, and we'll tell you why that
we'll
might be one of the
talk.
dumbest things I
That
ever
is
heard out of
the
nigga mouth.
dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard.
Okay, I was gonna say, because my thing is right. You know, niggas get butthurt, and nobody can talk about ideas anymore. That's the real cancel culture shit. Everybody be acting like having a principle or two is the real thing that's cancel culture. The real thing that's cancel culture is you niggas get confronted with the dumb shit that you say, and it's always a personal attack and then all types of shit, right? My thing is, if we listen to the words that is escaping your mouth, it's not even about fucking Paul Pierce, nigga. It's because Paul Pierce is one of 9 million.
Yeah,
niggas
exactly.
On
Yeah, there's a lot of niggas that
talk
think that
like
way.
this to get the view and created all the bullshit.
Geechee niggas.
What are we really talking about, nigga?
Because, and
The
I would
bullshit.
wager that
Oh,
Paul
I
Pierce
heard
doesn't
that.
even do that.
Wait, do
shit
you
in
have
the meantime.
grandkids?
I didn't even heard.
What do you mean cheat on your?
50. I done heard Zia say the same shit.
You
Where
heard
he was
Zia
like,
said?
Zia,
I mean,
though.
that's exactly.
But
That makes
even
that's
then-
the problem.
That's the problem. No, all niggas is the same. Like, just okay, real shit, right? You've known me for a while. If I'm like, nigga,
I'm about to catch you up.
let me.
What?
That nigga said you know me for a while.
That nigga face immediately.
I got scared for a second.
let me. You know me for a while. Let me betray you. And you know what? I'ma still be in your face and be like, nigga, that's not real love because you don't love me. 'Cause I betrayed you.
Gang.
What?
No. The concept of cheating on someone to find out what, like, so if she start losing her mind, break your car
If
and
she
cheat
cheat
your
on you,
shit,
then it's her
take your kid
Damn,
away.
bro, she really loved me,
I ain't gonna lie,
man.
she really love. No, the next conversation, that bitch crazy, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie. You should have left her alone. What the fuck are we talking about?
talking about,
Just
bro?
say you want to get spooned, my nigga.
Just say that.
You want some
Yeah.
love, my nigga.
You-
We all
you
lonely.
wanna-
Shut your bitch ass up.
Or just stay fucking single.
Gang.
Just stay
It's not
single.
that. It's
Easy,
not
but
that
niggas-
hard, bro.
the
Niggas can fuck
problem-
whoever the fuck you
Niggas keep
want.
having that conversation that cheating between men and women are different. And they always make these excuses, these cop-outs. Because, gang, you're a piece of shit. That's
It's
really
because
what it is.
and it's because
Now, let me
universal theme. Women are not people. That's the mindset you're operating from. You won't even realize it. And the
You gotta
reason
test
why,
her love by cheating on her.
first of all, that's only a context that's applied to a woman. Imagine you floated the idea that I'm a
Imagine a girl said that
backdoor
shit,
my
yeah.
homie
I'm a backdoor
to test
nigga.
his loyalty.
I'm gonna whoop your ass and then let's go get something to eat after.
I'm a backdoor my homie to test his loyalty.
I don't know if Matt cool for real unless I steal from the nigga. He don't say shit about it.
They go, what?
Apply this dumb fuck ass logic to any other human being
he
you
knew
know in
that's
your
the
life,
thing.
and it
knew
falls
it was
apart
dumb.
immediately. But it's
Yeah,
clicks.
that's dumb as hell.
It's clicks.
bro.
It's not real
Let
advice.
me
It's
backdoor
clicks.
my man, see if he would.
Let me slime my man. Let me see how he
Slime my
reacts.
homie
Let
out.
me take this nigga Jay Chain and see if he's still cool with me.
If he laugh at me, that mean we good. If he get mad, that nigga crazy. You niggas are insane.
Yeah.
Niggas need
You're
therapy,
50,
bro.
bro.
Y'all need
Oh my
therapy.
Get that
God.
antidepressant,
Half of
gang.
100 years on this planet. And
of
good
100.
God, we not
He
even.
ain't learned shit in 50 years.
This is about to be our last time talking about Paul Pierce.
Oh my God. Yes, because we need to just.
Every time
I
I bring
seen
up
the-
Paul Pierce, it's some bullshit.
I seen
Nut
Deontay
shit,
Kyle
dog.
say something very valuable the other day. Because he was on a podcast appearance and he was making the case that, like, hey, everybody has their own traumas. Everybody goes through their own relationship shit. Everybody fucks with different things in different ways. Amongst your homies, amongst your friends, if you want to talk about it, hash out advice, what do I do? That's one thing. You niggas bring this shit to the internet and you shape expectations for a whole generation of children.
Exactly.
These niggas have no idea. They just know a nigga who funny, like Zias,
And a nigga
said that shit like that,
You got
and then
30
bang
And
out.
a nigga who play basketball.
Yeah.
You got 30
then bang out. It's a joke until it's not.
I saw
Yeah.
this one video on Reels, and I'm like, this is really the time we live in. This is really the
Y'all
time
are
we live
fucking
in.
over these
I
niggas,
saw
bro.
he had to be 13, 12, 11, one of them. This nigga got a charcuterie board, that wooden board, made
the
a
cheese
steak
and
and,
the-
eggs, and was like, this is a high value man.
I seen that
And
shit.
I'm like, this is really the time.
Wait. He got the the
He-
dude
'cause
got
you ever
the.
He was like a
you
little
ever seen
nigga.
them,
You ever seen what they be doing when they be cooking steaks and shit, and they put it with an egg and they do it on a wooden board? You
yeah.
you
It be on
ain't
the-
been on
I
that.
live on that, and I ain't seen that.
Stay away from that
So
stuff.
what they be doing, right? They be getting this big ass wooden board. They be eating like cavemen and be like, "This is the real way you eat." He 13. He made this steak. He was like, "This is what a high value man is."
Mom Donnie
I'm
did
like,
that, and he was uncivilized.
That nigga, true. That nigga, look, this nigga dipped a little steak.
He dipped it in
dipped
the
his
egg.
steak in the egg. He eat. He talking about. Hey, this is a high value. My nigga,
High
your
value
balls
man.
ain't dropped it. This your bitch ass. This
what a high
value man is.
Bring back corporal punishment. Start whooping these kids' ass.
Oh my God,
No.
bro. Bring
No,
back
real?
corporal punishment for grown ass men. Start whooping these niggas' asses. God, you niggas don't even want to. my annoyance with it is we can't even have a goddamn community, bro.
Hell no,
You can't
bro.
even have a space to be like, hey, young nigga, I know that you might have made this misstep with this girl, but that's okay, bro, because I understand. No,
Go
let's
cheat
cheat
on
on him
her,
and get a charcuterie board. I can't stand you
Go
niggas.
cheat
You
on
niggas
your
make me so
shorty to,
sad.
make sure, to see if she like you or not, and then right after get a charcuterie board and cut some steak, drizzle some egg on it, and eat that bitch.
And while you at it, be 6'5" and have $300,000. High value man. I hate y'all.
Bro, y'all
Y'all
dumb
have
as
no
hell, bro.
idea what
to start whooping these kids.
we need to start whooping their ass.
Like, nah, bro. Like,
Oh,
just
my
think about
God.
Yo, we gotta move. We gotta move.
I will always have
Come
grace
on.
for the children, bro. But
Yeah.
that corporal punishment needed to be used on some of your grown ass men, bro. I'm sick of this shit, bro. Niggas just start taking out belts in the middle of the sidewalk, whipping niggas, bro. Oh my God, that's race neutral, nigga.
race neutral.
We gotta move. We gotta move. We gotta move.
Into other bullshit that I can't believe right now. I just got this just in. Donald Trump was in the Epstein Files.
Oh shit. Fuck, I didn't even know that. Huh? Who would have thought?
Back to my point about corporal punishment on grown ass men.
Real.
So he knew.
So we've been.
So-
This is the only thing and last thing I'm gonna say about it. We gotta move. We got a lot of shit to get through.
Yeah.
So for the last 11 months, we've been saying release the Epstein Files, even though we knew damn well this nigga was fucking kids.
Yeah.
Allegedly. We was telling y'all stop, leave that shit alone. Them niggas don't care.
Yeah.
It came out in the emails that this nigga knew about Epstein having relations with young girls. Nigga, it could be a FX3 on this nigga while he was doing it. It's not gonna change these niggas' heads. Let's stop putting it in every comment section, under every ICE post, under every goddamn. It's not gonna change these niggas' mind.
I'm about
gang.
to say. So we have new news that in the White House, Caroline Leavitt, the motherfucker who is the predecessor to lie about everything.
Alternative facts, part 2.
Yeah, says the White House. Well, the White House did not question the authenticity of the new Epstein emails. Because the emails came out and they're saying it was between like Ghislaine Maxwell, who's Jeff Epstein's girl,
Yeah, sure.
and that Michael Wolff nigga who I told y'all there was 100 gigs about Epstein and how they were best friends. And that nigga came out and said that before the election even happened, and then these niggas voted for him anyway. And then looks like there's emails about how if Trump says that he wasn't at the island or wasn't on the plane, then they can use it as political currency because they could blackmail him on some shit. Which he lied about it anyway, and it didn't work because Teflon Don. Because also when you have a Nazi that has a cult of personality,
Teflon Don.
they just
nigga not
walk
going
through it.
away.
So
Gang.
now the shorty who won her congressional election, and Mike Johnson and them have been stalling inaugurating her. She's supposed to get inaugurated today, and that's when the news came out, as we all knew that yes, in fact, alleged the president was best friends with a pedophile.
Yeah.
Oh my God, guys.
wow.
So now what's gonna
Damn.
happen is
Who would've
they
knew?
gonna get her in there, and it's either Mike Johnson gonna lose his fucking mind and try to stop the vote from happening again, or they're gonna vote. It's gonna come out that they were in the files, and then these niggas are gonna find
And then
some
these
way.
niggas are gonna go to Mar-a-Lago, nigga.
Yeah.
fuck?
And have another
actually
fucking
wasn't.
and have another party while people are
The
stuck.
emails were fake.
The fuck?
Watch it. I'm
Nigga,
calling.
they about to
You
find out.
know what
That one nigga on CNN gonna come out tomorrow and be like, those emails were fake.
Nigga, it's
What
about
happened?
to.
real quick before we continue, there was a thing on Fox News that I saw. I guess it was a segment where like people could send in emails, and there was this lady. She was a Republican, and she like sent an email to Fox because I guess they were interviewing Trump. He was like, "Yeah, it's like I voted for you 3 times. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I hear you, but the prices are still up. Like I can't get food. I can't eat this and that." And this nigga Trump was like, I mean, energy's going down, and
Energy been going down since before he got elected.
she has a car, right? So if energy's going down, that means the gas prices and your food prices are going down. This nigga really said, "Fuck what you talking about. Just listen to me. Listen to me.
They finna find
He said,
out.
I
"You
got the
hungry,
answer,
nigga?
Sway.
Fuck you.
Don't believe what you see. Believe what I say."
So yeah,
Fucking
to
idiot.
those of you if the Epstein Files is your crux to allow you to understand that what we're saying is valid and has been valid the whole time, welcome to your first birthday. I hope
Nigga gain consciousness
I
right
hope
now.
you enjoyed your ice cream cake and your fucking action figure. These niggas do not care, bro. Oh my god,
Fucking
it's crazy to
amoeba
see.
taking life.
What was
Niggas
that?
are stupid.
What was that?
to his first breath.
Came out the primordial soup, nigga, the first human life form.
Niggas stupid, gang.
What
Fuck,
about
bro.
Nico Harrison so he can move into?
Oh my god.
Fuck that
Hold
nigga, he
on,
got
nigga.
fired. It's a great
Nigga,
day.
Give it a prayer.
who?
Nico Harrison.
The first episode, bro, and it's amazing. The first episode, I'm like, nigga, he need to be fired because of that Luka shit. Nico Harrison,
Oh, that's the nigga who
Coach.
traded
Yes,
Luka.
that's the nigga who
the
traded
head
Luka.
coach on the Dallas Mavericks has been fired.
Mind you, the reason why though is because Luka's having a madness. The Lakers are like, I think they're like 8-3 or some shit like
Who
that.
could have dunked it?
And
Trade away my star in his
Luka's
20s.
been dropping like 30s and 40 balls like the entire season
Ridiculous.
so far.
And they got
Been doing
AD.
triple doubles.
Shout out to my boy AD. But then they got injured as soon as he got traded over
80,
there.
yeah.
What's been happening with the Mavericks since he got injured?
Well,
They
80
had
injured, Kyrie injured.
Still?
Shout out Kyrie. Yeah, Kyrie, because he had an
I seen that boy
ACL.
streaming.
Yeah, he
been
been streaming now. Yeah, he
Going
out,
crazy.
so he damn.
Kyrie, let's stream together, gang.
I see
Nah,
you was fucking with the shit.
Nah,
Appreciate you.
Nico Harris. I've never seen a coach make a rookie a head star. I've never seen no shit.
Oh, but I say, didn't they get fucking
got
Cooper
Cooper
Flag?
Flag, yeah.
and then
Cooper
what
Flag's
happened?
just been like,
He been doing his thing. He been doing good. He been
Okay,
alright.
damn. So then they fire him just because.
Well, Luka's dropping 40 balls.
Yeah.
The Mavs still fucking
You just
suck.
traded your
traded
ace. And then
Mavs still
they
dick,
cut up.
so it's like, yeah.
They started going crazy. Yeah, you're getting fired, bro.
so
for.
Nico Harrison, if you want to edit the Jam videos, we need another editor. So come to the Jam. We need another editor.
Nigga need a job and shit.
Nigga, it's better than that gambling ring some of them niggas was doing, bro.
Real.
Shit,
Never
Nah,
man.
he about to fall.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Next up,
Trade.
Man, oh man, just a bunch of crazy ass news, and it feels like it's always been like insane. It goes from like funny insane to like real life insane, and then when it gets that bad, it actually gets funny again because how fucking stupid it is.
Yeah.
And that is pretty much encapsulated our first major topic, which is the ICE raids in Chicago.
Brother.
Because this shit has just been getting.
It's been getting wicked.
Yeah.
It's been
It's
getting-
been
it's been
wicked.
getting out
It's
of
been
hand.
wicked.
It's
but-
been wicked.
Yeah.
Abby,
take us through it, gang.
Yeah, take us through what's been going on
So,
because I'm hearing news that the occupiers are leaving.
Yeah, so if y'all tuned into the Brandon Johnson episode, we had a conversation about CPD helping out ICE. And there was he said that there's like a flagging system. I wish we could have dove down like deeper into what flagging shit is. Literally not even 24 hours
Not even
after
24 hours.
we recorded the episode, we get fucking videos and images of ICE just fucking up people in Little Village and a
CDP.
whole bunch of CPD, just like
Or CPD,
swarms of CPD, just like helping them out.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Insane.
It was infuriating to say the fucking
Yeah.
least, especially considering like one, I was already having a bad day, and then I see all that shit, and I'm in my head, I'm like, okay, we just sat down with him, bro. What is the point of in my head, right? Which obviously there's a point, but in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is the point of sitting down with this nigga, having a conversation about CD or CPD doing these things, not being able to XYZ, and we had a conversation. Less than 24 hours later, we see they don't give a fuck
They
about
don't
no
give a fuck,
warning
bro.
system. They don't give
Yeah.
a fuck about none of that shit. It pissed me off because I'm like, you gotta really put it on paper. Even though there's never been a time in American history that the police departments have actually served to protect, especially minorities. It's never been a fucking thing.
Right.
That is the slogan of these niggas: is protect, serve, and it's supposed to be civilians.
Yep.
These niggas have allowed ICE to come in here, whether they're leaving or not, and I'm glad that they're leaving, but they have allowed ICE to come into the city and terrorize niggas for the past how many weeks, bro?
It's fucking
People are in
insane.
hiding, like full-blown hiding in Little Village. I was looking at this one, because, you know, Little Village, the strip of Little Village is like hella populated with different stores, with different like hella shit, right?
Yeah.
I'm seeing people hiding in like back little rooms and bushes and all types of shit
to avoid
to
ICE.
avoid
We can't even.
and
fuck
CD
is that?
and CD what is it? CPD is swarming the city always, especially around that area, Cicero, around all those little villas, all these obviously black and brown communities, they're swarming. What are we doing?
And then on
Like-
top of it, bro, like now the anxiety is up 50. Because like already as a minority, you're already looking at the police like, Now it's like these niggas is helping.
It's like
And
these
it's not to
niggas.
say that it was Brandon's fault.
Yeah,
right?
it ain't
it's not to
his
say
fault.
that.
No, no.
It's just
But
actually
it's just
what it is.
especially being the type of people we are, being in the seat that we are. It like pissed me off so much because I'm
It's
like,
the
you feel like
irony
you're
of
not doing enough
Yeah.
in a sense. Like I'm asking this nigga, you know what I'm saying? You pressing the nigga right there, and then I don't know. It was just
Yeah.
so.
It's not
fucking annoying to see.
necessarily putting the blame on Brandon Johnson, but it's just the irony of having that conversation and then that happened
Yeah.
because it's like it's very hard to put regulation on that.
Yeah. And then
So-
what did these niggas do? By the way, what did them niggas do again?
Speaking about like heinous acts and shit, these niggas right after they terrorized Little Village, they went to the Bean and took some fucking photos talking about 1, 2, 3 Little Village.
I seen that shit.
Do you?
What are we talking about?
It's a joke.
First
bro.
of all, the diversity in that cast is crazy.
Nuts. But also we gotta remember.
Also, secondly, the also probably has something to do with why they've been putting all them white people on them propaganda posters.
Yeah.
But the shit that I don't really have much words for how angry that shit makes me. Just because I'm like, Chicago police and state police is a whole other thing because you get to see how much corruption, how much lack of wanting to actually protect the public. I'm looking at like police and I'm wondering why there's not like, at least in my mind, I'm wondering why their backs aren't being turned like to the protesters facing off against the ICE agents.
Exactly.
Because I'm pretty
It's
sure
like-
I heard legal time, and I'm not a lawyer. That's the main thing because I know a lot of this shit has been going through the courts. But I'm not a lawyer, but I do see that people have been having issue with like J.B. Pritzker and not enforcing like state police not
Yeah.
helping,
Yep.
state police not helping as well.
They've been at the Broadview site.
And that it lets you know just like the corruption and the shit that's built in to protect like law enforcement officers and shit. And it's a horrible situation because then shit like this happens and niggas are sitting here with their hands tied.
Yeah. It pisses me off because a lot of these ICE agents run around terrorizing people.
Violating
And then
these rights.
CPD is there to like stop
What?
pedestrians from helping other pedestrians.
It's like
especially
almost like JJ said.
It's like it's like if a nigga came in here and threw a rock at one of y'all, and then I went and defended the nigga.
Matt,
that threw the
chill,
rock.
Matt, chill.
Come on,
To make
gang, don't do
matters
nothing. It's not like he just came in threw a boulder at your ass. Don't do nothing, bro.
And then to make matters worse, you help these people.
Bro.
Just for these people to go to the Bean and troll the fucking chaos they just caused.
And not
Control.
only that, I think it was before. It might have been
It was
before that
Little
picture.
Village.
There's a video of some bitch ass ICE agents driving past a group of. It is a family of 3. They drove past and sprayed in the car some mace. Hit the little baby. Baby's like 1 year old or something like that.
Hit the baby with
got a
pepper
video.
spray.
I slowed it down.
Pepper spraying a baby.
You can see car. That's the ICE car right there.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it. Boom. Right there.
Wow.
Sprayed him.
Drive
Right
by
into the back
Mason.
seat as well. Baby got
Exactly.
hit
Where
with
the
most of
baby
that
is there.
probably.
This is what ICE does. This is what these terrorists do to babies. Mama, you okay, Mama? You okay? You okay, Mama?
You know that nigga nut.
You okay, Mama? You okay?
And it's like
if I can't say
like
what I wanna say.
yeah, I can't even say what I want to say, but man, I can't even think right now.
bear
That shit's just to bear arms.
To bear arms.
And it's like,
but it's
bro,
like, gang,
that's what,
that
bro.
shit is ridiculous, bro.
that's infuriating, bro. I don't know how do you as a parent explain something like that to the doctor, explain something like that to your family, internalize something like that.
How do you even
How?
explain that?
How?
When your child gets older, how do you even explain that? Like, no, when you were a baby, you got pepper spray because these niggas wanted to take away your rights.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and it's even worse because you're living in a place that's a sanctuary city. So
sanctuary
you're under the impression that you will not be bothered in this regard if you're just a brown person moving around. And obviously that's not the case because these niggas have no regard for human rights. Even at the facility that they're having, they received a court order to like drastically improve the conditions at the facility in like Broadview, because they have these niggas sleeping on the floor, niggas like bundled up on top of each other, niggas not getting water, it being 80 plus degrees. These niggas are treating like full human beings like cattle, like animals that they're just locking up and spray paint.
It's like
pepper spraying
sickening.
babies.
Like I don't know if the CPD think like them helping them would like try to bring the chaos to a minimum. But I don't know what the fuck y'all think y'all.
In a
but y'all
hypothetical,
losing the trust and betraying y'all own people.
in a hypothetical world
That's
where
what they do.
Jim Bob is in power, if there's an order to not help ICE and Jim Bob sees people helping ICE, Jim Bob oversees the broad views of the world and they're not up to par like I said they would, I'm sending in guards to make sure you do that.
This is
I was gonna say, even and it's weird, even with the Broadview facility. That's why it's there. It feels like overall the legal apparatus of these states. That's why it's so fucking weird. And with time and place and with certain people, because like there needs to be a different answer to all this shit. But it's like the institutions here have not been prepared at all to deal with some shit like this. Because even Broadview isn't even like Chicago. Yeah. So they specifically staged it outside of that. So it'd be outside of that. Yeah. That's where J.B. Pritzker would need to come in, because there should be no state police help.
Exactly.
But it's
also him being a billionaire.
Yes.
Let's keep it a bean,
exactly.
bro.
Exactly.
Let's keep it a bean.
There's other
bro.
shit. They housed senators and shit when they left Texas and everything to deal with the what's it called. I feel like there could be and there should be much more like combativeness on behalf of the Illinois government when it comes to like actual actions. Because I'm like this, like we said, it's an unprecedented time. So it's like I don't want a civil war to start, but if anyone does start a civil war, it's gonna be Donald Trump.
How do you blame someone for murking a agent or something? How do you blame someone for that after you just pepper sprayed their child?
Yeah. So I'm like,
you want to talk about gray area?
If y'all are doing, I'm about to say, if ICE is following, if ICE is following the letter of the law, and,
which they're not,
and not, then yeah, you don't have a reason. You don't have a reason to be like, oh yeah, Second Amendment XYZ. But when they're not, and it's not even on some
pepper spraying,
it's not even on some
tear gas at.
And it's not even on some niche shit like the police, where you got to dive into exactly like if someone's rights were being violated or what specifically happened. Like, no, we're seeing the niggas who are not law enforcement officers doing shit that's not acceptable by even American law enforcement officers to civilians. Like, that is overtly like an act of aggression from the White House.
Nuremberg trial.
Also, if you're in CPD, what's going on? Like, I get it, bro. I understand it. I done met a lot of cops. I done talked to a lot of my elders. I understand that there's ranks in this shit. I understand that there's codes to this shit. I get all of that shit. And I've read up on the shit. So I know niggas is codes to the shit. A baby just got pepper sprayed. Whatever you need to do to muster up the energy as a cop to understand, hey, these niggas just walked into your city, the city that you're supposed to be sworn in to protect, and they came in here fucking shit up. If that doesn't piss you off, where are your morals, my nigga? You a bitch in my eyes.
They ran up in
That's the reality. They ran up in daycares. That's the reality. You're a bitch.
This is what
you're in CPD and you're not talking or speaking out on this shit or talking to your fucking higher ups or your chiefs, Larry Sneal, all them niggas.
Yeah,
you are a bitch.
And you know what's so crazy?
This is what should happen, right? If ICE is in the streets, pepper spraying people when they're not supposed to, throwing tear gas when they're not supposed to, and you're CPD and you're there overseeing that,
I'm arresting ICE agents.
They should be arrested.
They should be arrested.
Yeah.
They should be arrested.
You shouldn't be turning your back to the ICE agent to then stop the crowd from getting crazy.
No,
the crowd, they was pushing all types of...
Bro, there was a video of this dude like trying to help someone, and the cops surrounded him and just pulling him and throwing him on the ground.
What are we doing?
I'm not gonna lie, and I was gonna say, I think that it is at least a messaging failure that either A, someone has not announced a campaign running on melting ice, or B, that like someone in the administration isn't like adamantly jeering for that to happen every single day. Because I understand that like Trump and them already are doing acts of aggression. So have a lot more leeway to be a lot more standoffish, and they have been standoffish. But I do think that we do need to stress that like all these niggas need to be prosecuted.
Yeah.
All these motherfuckers need to be locked
Nuremberg
up.
trial.
We need
When
to
I
run
tell
back
you-
all these pictures of all these videos, all this shit, and all these niggas have to go. And
Here's the
All
thing.
this shit.
I understand, and I hear people. I understand
because there's
that those people, like we all these niggas gonna get tried. All these niggas, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is. But at the same time, bro, people are getting affected every day.
Yep.
Niggas are scared. Niggas are dying. Niggas are, like, these are things that are happening right now.
yeah.
It's not gonna wait for JB Pritzker and them to muster up
I feel
some
like
shit
now-
in 5
I feel like
years
now
and
to-
get a plan. No, people are dead.
I think the initial steps or the immediate steps that like I think every blue state and places with sanctuary cities need to take now in the wake of this shit is to find a way, if you must do it statutorily, find a way to make the sanctuary city laws mean more than just like words. Give some teeth to that, because if that's a right that the states have to handle their own immigration and deal with that and choose to not cooperate with the federal government, there needs to be more teeth in that. Whether it's like, all right, by this threshold and this will meet an armed deployment of some sort, or like there is only a certain amount of time that they can operate before all these niggas got to get like arrested, prosecuted, all types of shit. Yeah. There's like, I remember Brandon was talking about like the role of the mayor evolving. I think the role of the government in general when it comes to how we conceptualize immigration needs to evolve, because if there's any hole that allows shit like this to happen, then all those holes need to be patched.
Yeah.
And it feels like quite evident to me that there was not a vision that even though the government has done like immigration enforcement and crazy shit like before, there was for some reason not a thought that this shit could get like this.
Yeah.
And I feel like these niggas were like woefully underprepared to deal with some shit like this if some shit like this happens.
And now these niggas talking about they want to leave and shit now.
Now you want to leave.
Now you want to leave because it's getting cold.
Now
what I would do, I'm shutting down the airspace, nigga. Nobody getting out, nigga. Freeze. Wherever y'all stationed at, I'm cutting the water off. I'm cutting the power off, nigga. Freeze.
Isn't it violent criminals running rampant in the street? In the MS-13?
Oh, it's cold outside. Let me go inside.
In the Trinidad, you didn't arrest all of Trinidad in a couple months.
Nope.
The city's so violent. Sanctuary city is so bad. All these criminals running everywhere. You niggas got it solved in 4 months. I seen 3,000 arrests. You telling me it was only 3,000 people?
Leaving because it's nippy outside.
Freeze.
Damn,
bro.
sound like a political mission, didn't
All
it?
that.
Freeze.
Pointless.
Sound like a political mission, didn't it?
Pointless.
Sound
Just
like
for you to
the
leave and
Republican
wonder.
Party just ran up in a blue state just because it was a blue state and harassed citizens that live there that have the constitutional right to be living there and mind their own business for some political points. And now we're out by December.
You allowed that
Freeze.
shit. You know who I'm talking
And like,
to.
and
You
what's
allowed
so
that shit.
crazy, like that Deontay Kyle shit, what he said is like really like aging. That shit where he was talking about like if you're like part of ICE, if you're a police officer, he was like you are like a Nazi.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's so crazy because at first I'm like, really, police? I'm like, that's low key kind of a stretch. Until I see like
'cause I'm not
some
seeing
shit
enough-
like
no.
that.
I'm not seeing enough police.
If
unions
it was Nazi Germany, those brown coats would have been ICE,
Yeah.
and the police officers would have been guarding the brown coats.
What are we talking about? We have to actually talk
No,
about
you're
it,
Nazi
right?
too.
There
Yep.
is no excuse when these people are literally here to protect and serve Chicago.
Something I learned about police when I was in university is that one of the big reasons why the police and the public don't have a good relationship is because, well, the police have a reputation for violating niggas' rights. So obviously the charitability when it comes to the actions of an officer, the charitability from the public is going to be a lot lower than like if like a fireman did something wrong,
Right.
because we actually like firemen and they don't fucking kill hundreds of people every year. But the other thing about it is that the police department has a fucking a clannish mindset in the sense that it's more about looking for each other, the officers that you work with, and getting home at the end of the day than it is actually making sure you're serving the public in a quality
because it wasn't built off that.
Nope.
Wasn't built off serving the public.
It was
and
built
helping-
off
no.
catching
It was
black
built off
people
clans.
It was
that ran.
So when you have that
Checks out.
mentality of like defending like each other against XYZ, I can understand that to a certain extent. In like a friend group, it's like, I don't know you niggas, I'm gonna look out for my niggas, cool. But your job as a public
police?
servant. Your job is to serve the public, which means that you need to be held accountable when you're not serving the public, which means that qualified immunity shit needs to be fucking decreased
Pussies.
Yep.
immediately. And all these motherfuckers who are doing rampant abuses of power who were caught on video need to face justice because they're supposed to be defending the United States, America, its people,
minimum,
and its people
50
who are
years,
exercising
nigga.
their right and living in a city. We're getting terrorized.
No, minimum life,
I was gonna
nigga.
say, if I'm the president.
Oh yeah, and whoever's
You're right.
None of these niggas.
I'm about to
getting
say,
out.
and oh yeah, and by the
None.
way, whoever is running for president in 2028, it's a systemic failure if you don't run on abolishing.
I was gonna say, if you're not
If you're not running on abolishing this agency that came about in like the 2000s, America had borders before then, and they were doing immigration and custom enforcement for years before fucking ICE came about. That agency needs to go.
Yeah,
Yep.
Gone. No fucking president should wield the power to violate
All
some
you
shit
lame
like
ass
that.
niggas that took the fucking ICE jobs just to get your student loans
Remember
like
that.
ratified or some bullshit
That's why
like
you
that.
see so many minorities in there.
Yeah.
They broke too.
Yeah.
And it's almost like hilarious.
And they've
that
been the
you
only
would
ones
do
getting
something
Yeah.
like
paid.
that.
They've been the only ones getting paid during
Yes,
the
during the
shutdown.
government shutdown, and they got bonuses. Nuts.
To be a
Bonuses.
Nazi. To be a Nazi.
But I think that the impact of the Trump administration and the messaging around this shit goes further than just like specifically what's happening on the ground in Chicago because we see the shit getting propagated through like culture all the time. And people like Nicki Minaj, which adds on to another list of celebrities and known people who know nothing about the reality of the political world.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, dick ride Donald Trump because that's the only way that you get to that point.
This
Is when
is
you
just
know
another-
nothing.
When the
about
bread get low,
This-
like 4 loaves in the dough.
Another case of you just been rich for way too fucking long.
Yeah.
Cause like this is
That's
started.
that Young Money shit.
This
I
is
see niggas
started
talking about
before this.
nigga.
I don't know what the fuck Young Money.
Hey,
done
just like
to
how the
them,
police
I don't
didn't start in the
know.
right way, the Young Money. I just seen they put it in a really good perspective. I forgot whose video it was, but it was talking about how like Birdman originated with the whole like blinging shit and the money shit. Like it's funny how that money ends up becoming a center of like your thing because you think nothing matter as long as that shit, and then you find yourself being like, yes, I endorse what the Trump administration's doing because someone
Fuck you,
lied to
man.
me about Nigeria.
When it comes to Nicki, right?
As if Nicki Minaj is giving a fuck about Nigeria before this went by.
I didn't. So I had no idea why. Did y'all know the shit in Nigeria? Like why?
I heard a little bit of background
I heard
knowledge.
briefly that like some niggas died in there.
I didn't know anything about Nigeria. I know obviously there's a lot of stuff going on in Africa right now. There's stuff in
Sudan,
Burkina Faso,
Congo.
there's stuff going on in Sudan, there's stuff going on in Congo, Nigeria, all these things, right? Nigeria is not the same thing.
Nigeria
but
is the right wing's version of Congo and Palestine.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
Kind of.
My take on it in the same way that Donald Trump and the Trump administration did the thing with the
Palestinians would be like the
Afrikaners.
Christians over there.
In the
to
same
them.
way that they did the thing with the Afrikaners, where they were like, we're going to give refugee status to white people in South Africa because there's racism against them, even though that's not the reality of the complex relationships of people in South Africa. But they use that to be like, white people are victims. Same shit in Nigeria. Donald Trump and anyone on the right has no fucking idea about the geopolitical realities of Nigeria on the ground.
idea. It's
But they
so
seem-
much deeper than
but they
than
took
Christians.
They took
getting,
Christians killed, and that is their justification for their holy war that they're currently on, trying to do Christian nationalism.
Yeah.
So you have dumbasses like Nicki Minaj. I can't. This shit pisses me off so fucking much because like you will see a genocide happening or genocides plural happening, and that feeling will sink in. And you're like, damn, I should say something about this. And these niggas will go and make some shit up just to get white people angry.
Yeah. Also, they've called it multiple times a genocide. They've called what's happening in Nigeria a genocide against Christians.
and they won't say anything
They
about
said
that.
it. They said it about South Africa too. They said there's
Yeah,
a genocide
literally
against
did the
white
same
farmers
shit
in
with the-
South
yeah,
Africa. Apartheid is what these niggas came from.
Same shit.
If people are calling things like that a genocide, I don't know what's the disagreeing with that. I genuinely do not
What you mean?
understand that. In the sense of like, people argue against that. Like, people will be like, okay, it's an act of genocide happening. And other people will argue, well, no, it's not. I do
like
not
in
understand
Those same people that argue
that's what I mean.
adamantly
Those
that
same
there is
people-
no
yeah.
genocide happening in Palestine, there is no genocide because Israel couldn't XYZ, but it's a genocide
I
happening
don't
in Nigeria, right?
understand
Yeah.
loopholes.
Also-
we have innocents dying at an
also-
alarming rate.
Also, we got to remember Nigeria, and Africa in general, resource heavy like a motherfucker. Oil like a motherfucker.
Always.
So that's
They're
another
literally like deep motherland. They are.
Yes, oil like a motherfucker. So that's another reason why they're going there trying to fuck shit up, trying to start some shit, etc. Nicki Minaj. Let's get into Nicki. I just wanted to give a little background just in case nobody knew what was happening in Nigeria. Nicki came out the other day after Trump had posted some shit on Truth. Trump posted some shit. I'm just going to really quickly read it. He said, Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria, blah, 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 blah. I'm hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern, which is crazy, by the way. What that basically means is he's putting on the international scale, he's putting this country on a basically in the middle of everything. We gotta on a watch list.
Just
Thank
like
you. We gotta watch them. We gotta involve ourselves same way the U.S.
No
does.
new wars, right?
Just
No
like
new wars.
Venezuela.
No new wars though, guys.
Venezuela.
Just like Venezuela was happening in
We've
Venezuela.
killed a bunch of fishermen in the fucking Caribbean.
Yeah.
No reason.
So much so that the
Just thought
fucking
they were
you see
having
what the UK just did.
What?
UK just
they
stopped
stopped
sending
intelligence.
a whole bunch of intelligence to the United States for the first time in years, obviously since World War One.
Yep.
The UK.
The UK,
Great
our closest
Britain.
ally.
Yep.
Our closest
They
ally
stopped because
just
it was
stopped.
like, if these niggas keep
Because
bombing people
they're
in
war
Venezuela,
crimes.
we gonna be like
They
charged with
don't
that
even
too.
talk about it on American media.
Yeah.
We're not
Nope.
even talking about the president of the United States is unilateral because they got away with it ever
war
since
crimes.
9/11 happened. Basically, what in the context of it is after 9/11 happened, basically there was a big push to get the president to be able to like unilaterally do military strikes so that they could fight the war on terror.
Yes.
So ever since 9/11, we stopped going through Congress to get declarations of war to carry out military strikes. Now there's an authorization of use of military force, which basically allows the president to deploy military and call it not an active conflict because we actually aren't ground invading, carry out strikes across, basically just to continue the imperialism. So
B-2 bombers.
So
and shit.
Yep.
F-18.
so that's how we've gotten to the year of our Lord 2025, where the president can be like, Venezuela's got a problem and they doing this shit with the drugs, despite the fact we know where the drugs are coming from. And then we're just bombing niggas. We have not tried nobody to determine whether or not they're narco terrorists
These niggas-
bringing drugs. We're just
They
bombing
literally-
niggas
they
in the
literally
water.
look through their little microscope, see a little box on a boat, and blow it up.
And they just
I've
fucking
seen
blow
full,
up.
I've
And that's
distinctly
where we're
seen
at.
the footage that the president has dropped of at least 4 boats being blown up. And I have yet to see the big ass guns, AKs,
Gang.
rockets, along with the fucking fent that they carry.
Gang,
I'm
to see
seeing
a
Fisher
face.
boats. I haven't seen a face.
I haven't seen
Nope.
the face of any of
I
them.
ain't even seen a boat big enough to carry all that.
I don't
Coast
even
Guard
think they
hasn't been deployed to intercept
They
nothing.
haven't. I was
We
gonna
missed
say
striking.
they haven't even identified the people on the ship because they was just bombing niggas.
Yeah, so now it's our word versus Venezuela's, which is exactly what they want.
Exactly.
So that they propagandize you to not believe that the shit that we're doing is illegal, and then yes, go to
So
war
what
with
type of
Venezuela.
country is Venezuela? What's the
Oil,
like?
socialist,
Oil,
but
Damn.
Anyways,
Now, if some of them were to come over here and do some wild shit, then
oh, they
what?
did. That's
Zohran
why we got
Mamdani.
no. I'm about to say no. The Venezuelans did come over here, and that's why we got to close the border and lock everyone up.
yeah,
yep.
yeah,
Stabilize
bullshit.
their country, and you can't come here. But I was gonna say Nigeria.
Well,
yeah.
no, back to Nikki.
yeah.
So then Nikki comes out and says, reading this made me feel a deep sense of gratitude. We live in a country where we can freely worship God. No group should ever be persecuted for practicing their religion.
Wait.
As Trump does a Muslim ban.
Nikki read.
Read that.
I don't even think she read back what the fuck she
No,
said.
hell no. She ain't read shit.
Reading this made me feel a deep sense of gratitude. We live in a country where we can freely worship God. No group should ever be persecuted for practicing their religion. We don't have to share the same beliefs in order for us to respect each other. Numerous countries all around the world are being affected by this horror. It's dangerous to pretend we don't notice. Thank you to the president and his team for taking this seriously. God bless every persecuted Christian. Let's remember to lift them up in prayer. Let's keep going though. Let's keep going. It gets
When
worse.
the bread get low,
It gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse. Somebody then came out and had a lot of big criticisms before. One of her fans, somebody said, Nikki, as a diehard fan who genuinely sticks beside you through every single scandal, which is nuts, by the way.
Yeah. Grown ass lady, by the way.
Yeah. Mind you, she was just calling somebody a kid a monkey the other day.
I'm
But sure.
finna get on that.
Stick beside you in every scandal.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
That's insane.
You cozying
Thank
up
you.
to this fucking loser. I might actually have to tap out. We live in a country that wants to weaponize religion so your gay fans can be pushed into a corner and silenced. And this is how she responded to that.
I didn't know this one actually gave her the explanation.
Yeah.
What did she say?
Imagine hearing that Christians are being murdered and making it about you being gay. That was the first sentence of what she said.
Oh,
You know what, bro? No. I'm gonna add on to that. I'm gonna add on to that.
Add to it. I'm gonna finish what she said.
Because
Young
she,
Money.
what's so funny, she really knows how to start off a thing.
Add to it.
When her and Cardi were beefing, she was, getting on her children. And she had said,
This is the Christian, by the way. Christian woman.
lady.
She said, culture, you a roach and a monkey like your sister. Culture is her daughter. And then her response to it, is like an apology. She says, dear culture, truth is I did all of this for a bigger purpose and one day you'll understand. That's the first paragraph of it.
You try to Kendrick someone's daughter?
No. Keep going.
Bro.
Because it got worse throughout the whole thing. It was just a backhanded ass.
You're a cute child, and lots of kids have cute, little, funny-looking gums before they grow into all their features. One day you'll see this, so I have to say, I apologize. As a child of God and a queen of my community who looked to me for my integrity, you're an innocent child and don't deserve any of this. One day your mother, aunt, and many more will be brought to their knees for what they've said and tried to do to my young prophet / beautiful boy.
Dude, she thinks she
Take
got
care
her?
of my
I just told
darling.
you I
This
think
is
I
who
am.
I am.
Oh my
This
God.
is like next level.
First of all, we got to talk about it.
Yo,
Here, let
what
me finish
the
what she said.
fuck?
There's no love like Christian love.
When my home was swatted multiple times with
Like
my
Christian
innocent
hate.
toddler inside, maybe 20 officers with guns drawn pointed at our home due to political corruption, you being gay. Wait. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. When my home was swatted multiple times with my innocent toddler inside, with maybe 20 officers with guns drawn pointed at our home due to political corruption, you being gay couldn't save me. I guess she's saying
just point.
I guess she's saying that she was praying and that's what saved her. Not okay, Nikki.
You the
Expecting
prophet.
someone to stay
the
oppressed.
prophet at this.
Expecting someone to stay oppressed, abused, targeted, harassed, and constantly ignored by public figures who were supposed to be helping them says more about you than it does anyone else. She actually can't. Her brain is not functioning in a.
It's next level narcissism.
Let's talk about the downfall of Young Money. Let's talk about that. Cause Nicki Minaj's brain, I was going through some of her tweets and I'm seeing her repost different Trump shit. I'm seeing her deleted all these tweets that I'm talking about already. Her brain is not where it needs to be.
Nope.
And
Obviously.
At all.
Nobody should be attacked for practicing their religion. And Nicki Minaj also reposted a post from the White House that says, "It has been our year, a president who prioritizes Americans, no men and women's sports, borders closed, cities are safer than ever, criminal illegals are being deported, gas prices are low, world peace," which she just said that there isn't world peace because there's Christians being killed everywhere.
And what's so
You
funny,
niggas
what
don't
the fuck
even
are
do
funny,
talk
you
on
repost
top
these
of that.
videos and you talking about you're a queen of your community. Yet, have you seen what's been happening?
Does
Have
she
you
know
seen what
the majority of her
administration has been
community
doing to
is a part of the
queen of your
LGBTQ?
community?
No,
She's
I'm about to
dissed
say,
her.
no.
She's dissed her.
I was gonna say,
Just switch.
no, she hasn't paid attention to what the community is doing, and she also hasn't paid attention to the conflict happening in Africa.
No.
Because I just fucking Googled it for one goddamn second. This is how easy it is. We're live filming, and this is how much this was the step that Nicki could have taken live
Fact
before
checker
typing
JJ
in,
on
before
duty.
typing out all the shit. This is from Olayinka Ajala. This is a associate professor in politics from the international relations from Leeds Beckett University. It said to understand the degree of intensity of terrorist insurgency activities in Nigeria in the last 10 years, I analyzed data from Armed Conflict Location and Event Data, ACLED, an independent violence monitor. The analysis shows it is difficult, if not impossible, to delineate the killings based on religious affiliations. All religions in the country have been affected, and there have been fatalities across several ethnic and religious lines. But Nicki Minaj mentioned Christians only.
Exactly.
Huh.
But the Islamists that are in like the north,
Queen of your community, black woman. What about all the black people that's dying in Nigeria because they're not Christian?
bro. What are we? Talking
Oh, wait,
about?
so Christian is the only thing that matters, right?
they're the
It
only people we should
supersedes-
pay attention.
When the bread gets low, like 4 loaves in the toaster, niggas turn to Republicans.
to white nationalists. When the bread get low, like 4 loaves in a toaster, we become coons. My issue about it is, yes, the issue I have with Nicki is the same issue I have with President Donald Trump, is the same issue I have with every single Christian nationalist. Is that because of their own delusions, because of their own shit that they got going on, they will convince you that their position is the equality position because anything that puts Christianity supreme is equality for you because that's what it's like having a victim mentality.
I was going to say, what the
if
fuck?
you're always oppressed, then you got to be the supremacist to get your even.
Yep.
But the problem is, even though despite there's a separation of church and state written into our fucking constitution, Republicans, these white people that she is sucking up to, have been trying to use that to dictate the country. And guess
Also,
what? That Christian vision does not have your black ass in it.
Also, there's a freedom of religion in Nigeria in their constitution. It's there's so many. I was reading. I read like 2
If
articles.
Nigeria is on a watch list, oh wait, didn't America get put on a watch list for quality of living the other day? Because we're using Christian nationalism to take women's rights away.
I literally.
Nikki hasn't said a goddamn thing about that. That affect women.
She ain't said shit about anything.
Thank you, Donald
Because
Trump.
you're not even
You don't
putting
know
the
shit.
effort to look into shit.
You don't
What were you
know
about to say
shit.
now?
That's my main problem.
I read like 2 articles last night, and literally every single thing in that article was like, it is next to impossible to label it as the killings that are happening in Nigeria or is because of Christian nationalism, or not because of Christian nationalism, but
Christian
because they are
persecution.
Christian.
Yeah.
Christian persecution.
Successive military and civilian
There's
regimes.
so many other regions, and it's different killings depending on the region, whether it's Southwest, whether it's Northwest, whether there's multiple different militia groups. They're like
I was going to read this.
It's different. Land,
Successive military
like, all
and
types of
civilian
shit.
regimes have since struggled to curtail the string of religious violence, which is often linked to issues such as ethnicity, resource management, competition for resources, and colonial boundaries. British colonialists placed different ethnic groups with sometimes different values in one country. You want to know where that also happened? In Sudan, in South Sudan, because the location of Sudan. Originally, Sudan was governed mainly by the Egyptians and the British or whatever. But the part of Sudan that hits the rainforest, like when you get past the Sahara, had black people, other tribes,
also, it's the
other
most
people.
resource rich part.
Yeah, and that's a whole different culture, whole different like circumstance that these people lived in. But the British government, when they colonized it, didn't give a fuck. They drew the line and was like, y'all all part of one country. So that created decades of conflict between South Sudan and Sudan, which is why they broke off eventually. And there's still a bunch of violence because that's what colonialism do. You touch down in a place, don't know nothing about the people at the place, and said y'all all in one place now, and wonder why these niggas beefing for centuries. Because that's not how it be. These niggas had all peoples before those lines were drawn. If Nicki gave a flying fuck
about any
issue that they pretend to give a fuck about, you'd start there.
Yep.
But if you started there and call into question Donald Trump and the entire American
They don't do that.
keep
They don't do that.
No, it's a culture point. It's a culture point.
Hey,
Hey Christians, I'm woke. I know what you're talking about. Let me yeah, you're bullshit.
Meanwhile,
you've been spiraling for years.
I'm not gonna.
You've been spiraling for years. Look at your husband. We
talking about pedophilia. We was talking about Epstein earlier today. Thank you, Donald Trump.
It's so funny that you're talking about you're the queen of your
Just
community.
running around them
Look out for
fucking
the community.
diddlers.
But even going into like the hip hop scene of
Birds of a feather.
every woman rapper that gets on, you always got to be the one to put a motherfucker in their place. You always got to be the one argue against law.
Drag them down.
But all of a sudden, I'm a
especially
queen.
the woman rapper.
Yeah,
especially
a woman rapper
it's only
says
woman
one
rappers.
bar.
Every time a woman rapper becomes
automatically.
prominent, there's something
It don't
that's
have shit to do with Nicki Minaj. She gonna put her fucking head in it.
Because your
Just like that nigga
narcissistic
Trump.
ass needs to be there.
Oh.
That's why you resonate with him. Oh, you're cool.
We don't be saying shit for we don't be saying this shit for no reason. We don't be saying this shit for no reason. The reason why I react the way I do sometimes is because it pisses me off that these niggas will type out a thing on Twitter and create a whole media storm. And I could sit down and look up this shit and be like, it's a little bit more complicated than they leading off. And no one gives a fuck about that because I am famous. Therefore, I know everything about everything. No, nigga. No. I'm not going out frying niggas about their record deals because I don't work in that industry.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about that shit. And just like you don't know nothing about Donald Trump or his policy, you reposting shit.
I was literally just
Bomba Ras Clyde.
What does that say?
They get up and they stab you in the back.
Yeah.
Huh?
Shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble. If you even have anything to say.
Nah, she
Just never talk about politics, nigga.
Yeah,
Stop making politics a personality aspect and a thing that you can say as a cultural point on the internet. Learn.
It's PR.
Read a
It's
book.
PR.
If you care about the suffering of people in Nigeria, if you care about the suffering of humanity in Nigeria generally, you want to learn. That's the reason why I haven't made a full video about Congo yet, because I want to learn, or Sudan yet. It's because I want to learn as much as possible.
Learning about the shit. One of the things that I did learn is that it has a lot to do with like the gold and shit.
Yes, with colonialism, with the gold, with the
UAE, all them bitch ass
that's why
niggas.
it takes a long time to learn, because if you're not even in a position to be like, the iPhone that I'm using might come from this and deal with the thoughts that come with that.
Exactly.
If you're not even there yet, nigga, why are we talking about genocide in Africa?
Also, there has to be solutions.
There has to be
solutions. So
solutions.
it's like, I was telling my chat this the other day, I'm like, I don't want to go into like a whole deep ass thing about Sudan and not give y'all no solution, because we know what it is. It's a genocide. It's grim. It's like, I don't want to just... And I'm not going to be the nigga that's like, oh my God, don't go to work, boycott Google, never go to Dubai. Nigga, half y'all niggas can't get eggs.
I'm not going.
We weren't going to Dubai anyway.
Dubai's the last.
I was going to say, we weren't going to Dubai anyway, so there has to be different steps and things that we can do to help. Whether it's donating, whether it's whatever it is.
I can't even give her the credit of PR, because what PR team will allow you to do some dumb shit like
that? The PR team that believes and doesn't understand enough about the America and even her fan base to say, okay, Christians are band together with the Christians because that's the community that you need to be XYZ into, and that's what you do. That's all you do. Oh yeah, you know, I'm super Christian, I'm super da-da, because you don't want to look like that person that's like, I don't really fuck with that Christian. Oh, you're an atheist. Oh, you're fucking, you're satanic. Oh, you're... That's why. It's better PR to just be like, God is good. And you don't know shit about any of the things.
There's a cognitive dissonance when you learn about shit like Congo or Sudan, and you learn about Dubai and all this shit. There's cognitive dissonance that you go, because you're learning new things about these topics that you probably just assumed was one way, put it out of your mind, and that can make you uncomfortable. If you haven't even challenged that a little bit to the point where you think that I'm gonna just agree with what Trump said about genocide because they're Christian, you have not questioned anything about it. You have not made yourself feel uncomfortable with one thing that you believe.
Nope.
Yeah.
One goddamn.
Not even a nigga in your... Nah, my fault. Nigga in your bed. That's an uncomfortable thought.
Real.
Just
fuck.
Insane.
What was he doing?
Shit.
What was he doing? Is that allegedly jail.
But I was gonna say, it's just disappointing.
Nicki Minaj is inept.
Yeah.
You know who else is inept?
But I want to contrast those people with Zohran real quick, because to kind of take a step away from
talk about New
all
York,
the stupid shit. The positive side of New York, because I mean, we got Nicki and 50 losing it. So Zohran has to come fix some shit.
Yeah. Did y'all see that? Some people were losing their mind because Zohran said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have to ramp up the campaign funding again."
Bro. I saw that it's everywhere.
Like, okay, so would you want this nigga to be funded by AIPAC then?
I was gonna say, so
the people are funding him, so he has to attend to the people, not the donors.
Exactly. And then even then, like, people was talking about, we donated to the campaign, all that money. If you do your research, if you actually look, the nigga can't even use the shit.
I was gonna say, so basically what happened was, Zohran won in New York, as we seen the other day, and he took a step that I haven't seen from a politician yet, which is he's transitioning into becoming the mayor. So he got a transition team, and he's like crowdfunding to fund the transition team. And basically the process of like interviewing people, seeing who's gonna work in the administration, producing all the shit, keeping people staff paid and everything.
Yep. The way he's doing it isn't normal.
The way it's usually done is that it's funded by some private niggas that you don't have any idea of. So then you pop out and be like, oh, fucking Harold Ford is in the department. Harold Ford is Harry Ford is running the fucking Department of Motor Vehicles. Yeah, that's how that happened.
Yeah, Plantier.
Fucking Elon Musk is having fucking government contract and shit while also cutting the shit. That's what we call it, conflict of interest. So a lot of these niggas get funded from private companies who donated to the campaign anyway. So they want to put they niggas on the board so that that's what happens. He's crowdfunding and doing it publicly because his constituents are the public. So he wants everyone to know in advance who's in the administration and why they picked them, all types of shit.
That's personal responsibility as well.
And that also like gives the people a sense of power too, because like, bro,
you're following
you're on our dollar
money
at this point. You're like, this is the thing about, like we were saying about CPD. You are a public servant.
Yes.
You are serving the public. Realistically, if we're giving you the money, that means you're working for us.
Yeah, which is why at the
That's how
very
it
minimum,
should be.
And not only that, it gives people more incentive to just be involved in politics.
They were talking
because you
and that their
understand.
dollar could actually change some shit.
there was a lot
Versus
of
to
talk.
give you $1 to Walmart every goddamn year, Black Friday.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk about. I remember you said in a video where you had compared Zohran's campaign to Obama's, and one of the things that I saw people also compare was this step was not a step that was taken for Obama, which is the reason why the coalition didn't stick together as long as it could have. Because what Obama did was his energy that he was able to like captivate like around the country, and that hope or whatever brought out a bunch of people, and he ran it through social media. He was one of the first, I think he was the first presidential campaign to like actually have a prominent social media presence.
Social media.
So Obama, like it was a whole trend or whatever on like Facebook and shit back in the day. But except for when he won, you know what the Democratic establishment was at the time. And when he got in there, those people ended up in his administration, and all that shit ended up just kind of like the way it was, kind of started out middle of the road. So this not only teaches people shit about like how this shit actually works once you win this election and how we can actually get the shit done, but also you get to scrutinize and analyze the people who we're appointing.
And these are stepping stones as well. As the mayor doing this now he's setting the foundation for
the
maybe
coalition
a governor
to stay
do
apart.
this shit.
I mean,
Maybe a president to do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
You can show a model that actually works.
Exactly.
Will follow.
Which is funny.
If
I was going to say.
if a different mayor in a different state wins, you can question them now. Like, all right, well, hold on.
Yeah, well, Zohran.
You didn't do what Zohran did.
Especially
who the fuck is fun of you, bro?
Especially if you have a big following. Like that's another thing. Not every mayor is gonna have as big. This nigga Zohran got like 10 million followers now. So not every mayor is gonna have a humongous following like that. But if you do, and that's the route you want to go, like a cat or some shit. If that's how you want to go and you want to build your social media following, these are the standards that you got to held
so
now.
frustrating.
We setting that line, that baseline.
Yeah, it was so frustrating to see it because like it's just another case of people don't know what they're talking about. It's like how are you even like people were talking about he's back
asking for money
he's
again,
begging for more money. It's like no, he's trying to serve.
That's one of the things that like is really important about like learning, because I didn't fully like know all that shit, and I was like, oh, this is a really cool thing. So now it even keeping someone like me who's not even from New York engaged with what's happening. So that makes you more like able to make an argument, able to like support when the policy comes to like try to get passed and all that shit. So I wanted to look at the picture first of all, because he pops out afterwards and is like, all right, this is the transition team.
What y'all notice about this transition team?
All women transition team. And let me tell you something. I don't know everybody in that picture. But whatever he said is getting done is getting done.
It's getting done.
These niggas about to do this shit.
They about to do this shit.
Them niggas serious as hell.
So I was gonna say the person who I was familiar with, the only person I was familiar with before, because I'm not as tapped into New York politics, but the person I was familiar with at first was Lena Khan, who's standing all the way to the right. She was Joe Biden's former chair of the Federal Trade Commission, which basically is the entity that's supposed to get these fucking corporations when they acting crazy. Do y'all remember back when Biden was talking about how the cancel subscription shit, where they made it easier, so it's supposed to only be one button? Because if you I wish I would have put the video in, but I'll probably just like make a video or show it to y'all in our spare time, because Zohran reposted a video of Lena Khan explaining like the whole thing about how like corporations actually restrict your freedom, because we'll see a bunch of different like cereal boxes on the shelves and be like, we have so much freedom of choice, look at all these different cereal flavors, but they're owned by like 4 companies.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be like Kellogg, General Mills. That's pretty much what it is in different fonts. And what happens is when these companies buy up all of a market and get a monopoly, that means you can only go to one person for the thing, which means they're at will. Which means they're at will to do whatever. No, because then you buy your competition and you kill it that way. So yeah.
I'm gonna start a cereal brand.
If Kellogg and General Mills,
I'm gonna start a cereal brand. You gonna blow that bitch up. Kellogg gonna come to you be like, I ain't gonna lie, we'll give you $100 million for that bitch right now. You go, okay.
And then you become Kellogg.
That's the empire of Kellogg.
And they have the bread for
that's
it. That's
in their financial interest to do that. So the only way you can stop that is if you had some entity that was supposed to represent the people to make sure that you allow these niggas to have better selection and other things to make sure you're not completely monopolizing the system, which is what Lena Khan's job was And rich people are terrified of her, so it's fun.
They do not like her at all.
They do not like her at all, and that's why it gave me a lot of confidence that at least some shit will get done.
Nigga want free buses, he'll get that free bus.
Real shit.
I'm about
when
to
I
say,
saw a full woman, like all women transition team, I'm like, okay, shit's actually gonna
they're
be
getting
good. He's dead serious.
because you
not
niggas.
dead serious.
I'm not gonna lie. That is actually the shit. That is actually the way it's supposed to be done. Because you niggas been sitting here toying with the keys for 99,000 years. I'm actually very confident that some shit cool will get done now that I'm seeing a all woman team because I actually give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah.
On top of that, he appointed Dean Fulihan, who is somebody who's been in New York politics, like running budgets and shit for like 40 years, as his deputy mayor, which is pretty much his like vice.
Oh, that one dude.
Yeah, the older dude. And everyone in New York like has hella respect for him because he knows the ins and outs of budgets and shit. And then his chief of staff is El Bisgard Church, who was basically working on his staff back when he was working in New York. She's also a Democratic Socialist, I believe. So, like, if there ever was a time, this is a step that we
Avengers.
I'm about to say, this is a step that we don't really see from a lot of, like, politicians, especially in our era, because Trump has kind of, like, bogged down the last 10 years with fucking fascism. So we're actually getting insight into what competent governance can start to look like, and I'm loving the first steps that we're taking. The main thing that I love about it is that people can understand it. Because the fact that he won this shit and the next day was like, all right, here's how we do this transition thing. You now opened up the door to keep people engaged, and that's how you build the power necessary to do certain shit. I seen Governor Hochul in New York, like still not being like,
yeah, get her
new tax
primary.
What happened?
So what's happening? The reason why it's so cool. What's happening is because Zohran got elected saying he wants to do XYZ. Probably the most progressive platform that like is even in New York. Niggas say New York's so progressive. Not really. You just got a bunch of Democrats there.
Right.
So he wins, and all these niggas are caught off guard. Like, well, I said we wasn't gonna raise taxes, so Zohran can say what he gonna say, but at the end of the day, he need the governor. But if he has all million people that just voted for him, and now people around the world are paying attention to why the fuck
if we outside
roadblock, primary,
she already faced the primary challenger from her left.
If we outside your house with the egg,
I'm not gonna lie.
A million people out there with the eggs,
we're in Chicago. But the nation needs that agenda to pass.
Yeah.
So we all about to be watching y'all. I'm not gonna lie.
Who's our biggest audience?
New York. Right. So we gonna pay attention. I want to keep updating. But the reason why I wanted to highlight that is to shout out all those people that's gonna be working on the team. Hopefully y'all do not give up the fight. So far, I've seen really good positive steps. Let's continue. And that's pretty much the only beacon on the hill.
Yeah,
now we go down.
The fuck died.
Maybe if our Senate was all women, then like this wouldn't be a fucking
maybe if our Senate wasn't 98 years old.
Maybe if the average senator in the country was not 73-year-old and white dude, we would like get somewhere. But
what you say at the start of your video, JJ?
Well, who would have thought a nigga named Dick wasn't about to fuck our shit? Okay, so let's get into the doom of the day, which is the government shutdown. Let's take a step back from being happy about the future of government to having existential dread about the future of the United States government. So basically what happened, right? I want to start all the way back when we talked about
October 1st on our birthday.
Nigga. So I don't know if y'all remember back when I just watched the clip. I had the light blue Chicago shirt on. We were talking about Chuck Schumer. We were talking about the Democrats, and we were talking about like ages ago when they could have shut the government down the first time.
That was good.
And I remember one of the big arguments that Chuck Schumer and that all these niggas who are trying to cop a plea for that nigga afterwards right now were saying after. One of the big arguments that Chuck Schumer was making was, we don't have to let the government shut down. At the end of the day, we're going to beat them on healthcare. We're going to beat them we're going to drive the poll numbers down. Everyone's going to dislike Donald Trump. And then the voters are going to come out and they're going to give us a roaring victory in 2026.
Sounds right.
They gave you a roaring victory and then you turn around, spread your ass cheek.
and you let him go to work.
Let him go to town on your ass.
How many, JJ,
So-
how many days was the shutdown?
The government was shut down for 40. So what happened is,
Just let niggas
Take
starve
us
at
through
this
the story, gang.
so these niggas folded the first time, and it pissed everyone off because we were like, okay, now they're gonna pass that big, beautiful bullshit ass bill. They're gonna codify all these dumbass cuts that they want to do, or not even codify. They're gonna put it in the continuing resolution, which is what they did. They don't have the numbers to just draft out their entire budget bill and then pass it through because you need the 60 votes. So they're like, all right, cool, we're going to do this thing. We're going to put in the continuing resolution, and we're going to give all this money to ICE, which had their thing double.
Yep.
Take the money from Medicare, Medicaid.
Cut everything.
Food stamps wasn't even in there.
Yeah.
SNAP wasn't even in there yet.
Oh, Snap wasn't in
That wasn't even in there. SNAP didn't hit until we got to the second negotiation.
Oh,
Or trying to do the thing or whatever.
yeah.
And then he used cutting off SNAP funding as a negotiation tactic because one of the shit.
Food.
Food.
That's
Food
what
for your people.
negotiation. Food.
So the continuing resolution that they passed before did all their funding, gave ICE all the money and shit. Now we need another one because the budget, we still need to agree on the budget. If we don't agree on the budget, the government will shut down. And now the healthcare subsidies from Obamacare are expiring at the end of this year.
Yeah. How are we gonna replace
So we
it?
need to get some sort of bill together to make sure that the Obamacare don't leave.
40,
and
what is
that
it? How
the
many
government,
people? How many million people? Not 40. It's like
40
It's
50
42.
million?
It's like 42
I
million.
thought 42
Wait,
million was SNAP, and then 50 million was
was what?
was Medicaid.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Hold
If
on,
you
yeah,
flip
look at
the
it. I don't
number-
know. I don't know.
I
The
know,
Either way,
I know it was 42 million
Medicaid
people
and
on
Medicare are
SNAP.
two of some of the biggest like government programs when the most people that they serve. So we need this negotiation to happen. Republicans say, all right, cool, these government subsidies for this healthcare thing, well, we got to get rid of those. And yeah, pretty much that's it.
I was severely wrong.
Yeah, what?
I don't know. Wait, it can't be right.
How much?
70 million.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fucking people
The
on that
Dems
shit.
wanted to extend the healthcare subsidies, and then Republicans said, "Fuck, no boy."
Yeah, because also we're gonna get into this when we talk about what the fuck these people's big genius idea
The big
was.
plan was. Let's
for
talk about the
afterwards.
plan.
They've tried to overturn Obamacare and repeal Obamacare
Yep.
over 70 times.
Yep.
Failed every time.
Since Obamacare went in, they didn't want Obamacare.
Nope.
And what Obamacare did,
They
was
fought that
rather-
nigga tooth and nail.
What
when it was going
Obamacare
in.
did was rather than like universal health care, because they just didn't decide to push for that at the time, it made it so that healthcare companies can't discriminate because there was always health insurance. At one point, it wasn't for profit, but now these companies are like, all right, we can make bread off this shit. So how do you make the most money as possible as a private healthcare insurance company? Is that you don't cover anybody.
Yeah.
Because if you cover a nigga, especially a nigga who you know is going to get
That's
sick
losses.
a lot,
That's
who has
losses.
pre-existing conditions, that's losses.
Wait,
Because
why
you're
would they
always-
have pre-existing conditions?
Like
Could it depend on like, where they live? Maybe like the environment that they grew up in? Maybe like, the resources they have around.
No, it's because they're lazy. So what happened is
Just
they
minimized the hell.
Also, that's a huge portion of the country that we know what they look like.
yeah. So what happens is
Can't say that though.
healthcare, all that shit or whatever, cool. They still don't fuck with it because in the Republicans' ideal world, the company should be able to make however much money. So if you have cancer and that's going to cost us a lot of money covering you, we not doing that.
Nope.
If you're disabled of any sort and we know you're going to be going to the hospital a little bit more often, we not doing that because that means we're going to have to keep paying you more money and we don't get as much bread for our stockholders. That's why people with common sense step in and be like, your business model is taking care of people and making sure they don't die. So you shouldn't be able to just tax a nigga out their wallet because they don't want to die.
And-
That's a little nuts.
And some people without common sense take it upon themselves to do what that nigga Luigi did. Like, fuck all that talking.
When you start
with that talking shit.
Allegedly.
That nigga on the
done
way
with
was
the
like, let me
90s.
fuck this whole
he said we done with the 90s.
Yeah.
So when you understand the pain that comes in the system, it's a system that says, all right, cool, you will be paying money to make sure that you don't die.
Yeah.
So the Democratic
Wealthiest country in
compromise,
the world, by the way.
the Democratic
Wealthiest.
compromise when Obama was president was no. Everyone does need to have health care, so the private companies can't just say we're not going to cover you. And the private company also has to cover you if you have pre-existing conditions, because you can't be a woman and not get health care because you're probably going to have more health care maintenance than like a dude would.
Yeah.
Right.
That's some bullshit. And if they could do that and make money off it, they would in a heartbeat. That's how these companies operate.
Mm-hmm.
So the compromise position was, all right, let's step in. We're going to use some of the money from the government to subsidize these companies the same way they did with the banks after 2008, after the Great Recession, because you could, after these companies played with niggas' money and then gambled it all and lost it, and niggas went in a recession.
And got bailout for it too, mind you.
You could give money to people. I was gonna say, this is the big gripe that like a bunch of people who were much older during the financial crisis and and lived through it.
Hell yeah.
No. The gripe is you could go to the people and be like, okay, these banking companies that are private fucked y'all over with y'all money. Let's give y'all your money back and let's try to like reform this industry to make sure this doesn't happen again and make sure y'all support
Didn't Kamala Harris help out with that at one point?
Maybe because I know Obama Obama ushered the deal.
Yeah. It was something like California where she helped out with niggas that was losing their homes.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah. So with nationally though, with Obama and everything, they did it, and what they decided to do was they decided to bail out the banks. Because the bank, even though the banks fucked everybody over,
let's
they're
bail
like,
out
all
the
right,
niggas that fucked
let's
everybody.
get the money.
These niggas caused the shit.
Yes.
Caused these shit. They
Goddamn.
didn't have enough money to give back.
No, they was
niggas start pulling their money out them banks. They said, "Oh,
they basically they
fucked up.
damn, you want that shit back?" Yeah.
they overvalued
No takey backsies.
they overvalued like housing and like the rates and like the ratings
They're
of
like, it's
the
gonna
house.
keep going up. Yeah.
When to
They cut
and
that
sold
shit.
it off to niggas who they knew couldn't fucking afford it because they had make bread, and then you trap a nigga in a debt spiral where they just in debt to you all the time. Yeah. And the housing bubble collapsed, and now all this fucking money and shit is going up in the thin air, and niggas losing their jobs. So Obama and them was like, okay, well, the banks do a good service for the American people, so let's give you the money and make sure that you guys don't, and hope that you guys don't do this shit again. Because cool, we didn't pass no additional legislation that was like, these niggas cannot do this shit again.
Yeah.
We just bail them out.
Don't
like,
do
all
it
right, don't do it.
again.
Slap on the wrist.
You mother.
So in the same way with the healthcare industry, hey, I know these niggas would just not give you healthcare if we know that you're gonna get sick, because that's the profit incentive. But you know what? What we're going to do is we're going to take the bread. We're going to subsidize some of these healthcare companies so that they don't charge you as much money, and they won't do it again.
Here we are.
Here we are. Now we're here where half the fucking political apparatus is still on the same time and go, nah, these niggas should be able to charge whatever. And now the time has run out, the clock has caught up, and we are not getting a yes vote on extending them healthcare subsidies.
Nope.
So the government shuts down because the Republicans do not want to agree to a bill that extends these healthcare subsidies, because like the Republican Party has been doing since Obama existed in the office, we need to get rid of fucking Obamacare. And since Trump got in there the first time, we need to get rid of Obamacare.
He been not wanting that shit there.
So the Republicans control the House, the Senate, the Supreme Court, and the presidency. And this emboldens them. They're like, we don't even need the Democratic Party. We can draft up all these bills, all these continuing resolutions. We don't even got to talk to you niggas.
Yep.
I watched the clip back.
And they did it multiple times.
They walked out the negotiation room.
Walked out.
Not talking. I'm pretty sure that they didn't even... they walked out the negotiation room, and I'm pretty sure that nobody like even picked up the phone for real for like the longest time. Cool. Democrats say we're not opening, we're not helping, we're not giving y'all.
We standing on business.
We're not giving y'all the 8 votes you need to reopen this government until you niggas agree to do the common sense, non-batshit crazy thing and at least extend these healthcare subsidies for another year. Can we go to the doom? Because there was one video that I did see. Rep explained this. Rep Horsford, which is funny. I actually interviewed him at the DNC.
That's fire.
It's in the Doom of the Day folder.
You know what it is.
That one. That first one. So they're asking him about like other ways to get these healthcare subsidies like extended, because we could let them bitches expire and then everyone has to pay double, triple, quadruple for their healthcare, or we could take some money that's already there and use it to cover it so that doesn't happen. Because let's take a look at the clip, because I forgot.
We're the wealthiest country in the fucking world.
My amendment tonight would redirect that $40 billion bailout from Argentina. It would redirect the money that Trump said wouldn't benefit the American people And we would use those funds to extend the advanced premium tax credits for 2 years. Now, I'm like other people on this dais. I come from humble beginnings. I don't know what $40 billion looks like. I don't know what $1 million looks like. Neither do most of my constituents. Well, $40 billion that they used to bail out Argentina covers health care under the advanced premium tax credits for 2 years. This is an investment in the health and economic security of the American people.
Okay, we can pause. They had $40 billion they gave to Argentina. They didn't bail out our cattle farmers.
Nope.
They took $40 billion and gave it to Argentina.
We just lost 50,000 jobs last month.
Yep.
So we have $40 billion that we could give to Argentina, or we could use it to do the healthcare thing. That was an amendment, by the way, because this bill, the Democrats ended up caving, got nothing for it. And now we're in the last segment of negotiations where these senators get to try to put an amendment in the bill to be like, all right, cool. He was like, we can amend the bill, put $40 billion in there, cover 2 years. They said no. Because, since Kingdom Come, they have wanted to get rid of Obamacare. So when they shut the government down for 40 fucking days.
I was going to say, because we sped past that a little bit. So 40 fucking days. You had Hakeem Jeffries' ass sitting there. No,
we not doing nothing. Our constituents will feel it if we cave on this. We cannot cave.
You had the nigga Chuck Schumer sitting there.
I cannot vote for this.
I can't. And after 40 days,
just let a nigga starve.
These niggas was like,
40 days.
You know what, gang?
Shit. I don't know what to tell you.
40 days the government shuts down because they're like, 40 days the government shuts down because they're like, we want to take health care away from you. The Democrats say, no, you can't do that. They're like, okay, bet you don't want us to do that? Well, the SNAP funding isn't going to get paid. Well, we say you don't even have the legal authority to do that shit. The SNAP money got to get paid out.
Yeah. Judge said that shit too.
Judge said that shit. Federal, we're just not going to do it.
Supreme Court just said, he don't got to do that shit.
So the president has decided we're not about. I think the Supreme Court. I don't want to smear Justice Jackson because what I see.
What she said?
Yes, because people kind of misread and misinterpreted her ruling.
I think it was
a procedural pause thing, given like a time for.
Either way, smear her. She can't do shit anyway.
Yeah, it was basically her ruling was basically 6-3. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So
but it happened in her circuit. So each justice on the Supreme Court has jurisdiction over a circuit, and the case went in her circuit.
Okay.
And she basically just allowed like a procedural pause to get everything together to actually, while they argue the merits of the case, because they did it super last minute, and Trump appealed like super last minute.
I gotta look into see if it's some bullshit.
Right now,
I'm not gonna smear her yet.
Yeah, come on.
I'm gonna look into it though.
Right now,
I didn't know that.
Right now, there's a lot of shit still happening with the deliberation process, but that's not the important part. The important part is that the president of the United States said, "Nah, I'm not finna do that."
Yeah.
And instead of anybody making the case fully and being like, okay, so the president and his party has shut the government down. The president and his party don't want you to get food, too, all types of shit. Oh, by the way, they didn't even have to say it because the American people already agreed with them and already was blaming the Trump administration
because he's the president of the United States. He's the figurehead.
Yes. So airports are shutting down. Workers are being fired. Some workers being illegally fired. All types of shit.
You know what this is?
Government is shut down for 40 days because of this healthcare thing.
But why though? Surely the Democrats had something planned to get this shit. Why though? The Democrats looked these niggas dead in the face and said they promise that we'll have a talk about it.
Pinky promise.
And that's the way we gonna get the SNAP benefits back to y'all. We gonna open the government. Y'all gonna be able to get, federal workers are gonna be able to get paid.
Let's take a look at Senator Angus King, who was one of the lead negotiators for this deal, and let's see what his rationale was for why him and 8 other Democrats caved and voted with the Republicans.
Pinky promise. Let's see it.
Well, Joe, you have to go back to what the strategy was at the beginning of the shutdown. There were 2 goals, both of which I support. One was standing up to Donald Trump. The other was getting some resolution on the ACA premium tax credit issue. The problem was the shutdown wasn't accomplishing either goals, and there was practically, there was zero likelihood that it was going to. In terms of standing up to Donald Trump, the shutdown actually gave him more power, Exhibit A being what he's done with SNAP and SNAP benefits across the country. Oh, by the way, Joe, you're going to love this. Guess who's getting paid during the shutdown? Not not the park rangers or air traffic controllers, the ICE agents. Under special law, under that
Niggas
big
just
awful
yapping.
bill that they passed,
Under the
last
big
summer,
beautiful
ICE
bill that
agents
y'all
are
coulda
being
blocked
paid.
too?
Nobody else is. So standing up to Donald Trump didn't work. It actually gave him more power.
Standing up.
I
A
can't
Democratic
believe he just sat there
senator
and said,
in this country, while fascism is rising, just said standing up to Donald Trump didn't work.
it gave him
It
more
gave
power.
him more power.
No, you're just a bitch.
Since
niggas
they
are
won
so-
the election.
No, you're just a bitch ass
He's
nigga.
a bitch, and
These niggas are
all
so
the
stupid,
8
bro.
Democrats that folded and voted with
Let's
them
pull up the
should
picture right there.
Let's put up a picture while we get into this shit. Tim Kaine, Dick Durbin, John Fetterman, Jeanne Shaheen, Maggie Hassan, Angus King, and then there were 2 other ones.
What's her name? Jessica what?
Catherine Cortez Masto, and Jackie Rosen. So
Primary.
I'm listening to Angus King talk about how it didn't work. It gave him more power. What power? He said Exhibit A is Snap. He illegally did the thing with Snap, meaning he did something he doesn't have the power to do. That didn't empower him to take SNAP funding away. He did that because he's been operating illegally and slashing the government and closing shit and firing niggas since January 20th. A government shutdown didn't embolden him to have more power. He's been superseding the power he's had since he got elected.
I like it's almost like a broken record at this point. I actually don't know how many times I gotta say the same thing.
Yes.
We are conforming to gray areas that these niggas have not been doing the whole rest of the fucking year.
Exhibit.
What the fuck are we talking about? It didn't work. How many times?
Exhibit
How many
B.
times do you know? How many times do you know a kid getting bullied or some shit? You imagine you're getting bullied by a nigga, and you're like, all right, no, you gotta stand up to that nigga. You gotta whoop that nigga ass. You gotta do whatever it is. And you get into whatever the situation is, the fight, the disagreement, the argument, the telling that nigga what it is. And before you get the words out your mouth, hey, nigga, you gonna stop touching me. You don't like me? Nah, I don't like him. I'm gonna beat your ass. I ain't gonna lie, standing up to that nigga didn't work, gang. What the fuck did you think we were shutting the government down for? The whole fucking point of shutting the government down is because we've been telling that nigga Donald Trump, I don't like how you doing this shit. And they didn't give a fuck. So you shut the government down. He says, I ain't gonna lie.
40 days and 40 nights,
I'm gonna
nigga.
take niggas' food away. I'm gonna take niggas' food away. And you finally say, you know, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's the breaking point. He's just too powerful. Get your bitch ass off. Get your bitch ass off. Get the fuck out of here.
You wanna know what it is, though?
Huh.
Niggas was getting portions of their SNAP benefits.
In certain,
It was in certain areas, some people actually said that they were getting full. It was going to get to a point where niggas was going to have their SNAP benefits regardless because you can't shut that shit down.
Also,
You did it illegally. You
I'm about
can't
to say,
do that.
A, you did it legally, which means that while that case is pending, you still have time to be on the clock.
Yes.
B, what the fuck are we talking about? The niggas too powerful, it wasn't working.
What are we
Donald,
talking about?
Chuck Schumer started this months ago by saying we gotta beat him on healthcare, we gotta drive the poll numbers down. This nigga's poll numbers have been in the shitter because he lost. They got swept across the country, on Tuesday.
These was the big
because
wins.
they hate Donald Trump. We hate the nigga because we've been seeing the batshit crazy things he's been doing every single day. It wasn't working. Yes, let the most he's more unpopular right now than he was at any point during his
What
first
are we
term.
talking about?
Let that nigga stop Christmas, Thanksgiving, keep shutting down these airports, SNAP benefits. Let that nigga lose that in the court. While you out here media tour the entire time about how crazy this nigga is. And ask me what his poll numbers look like after that. Now ask me what the fuck his poll numbers look like, Angus King, after you niggas punted and said he wasn't gonna come to the table anyway. Make his pussy ass come to the table.
You said on an interview.
If this nigga wants to shut down the American economy over fucking healthcare, then let him do that. Because nobody who serves public office should have the temperament to want to shut down the entire country over healthcare costs. If he's gonna make that call and suicide
as
himself
the president of the United States,
let him make that
let
call.
him.
What is wrong with you?
I like this shit, bro.
They opened up the government and got nothing.
Nothing.
They got
Nothing.
a pinky promise.
Nothing.
They got a pinky promise that they're gonna talk. about extending
What's his name?
the
Mike
subsidies.
Johnson already came out and said, I ain't going for that
within
shit.
12 hours said, the Senate ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not going to commit to it. I'm not going to not commit to it. And then I wake up and find out that their big demand to commit to the vote that they already said they were going to commit to is stricter abortion restrictions.
Wow.
You niggas
Wow.
negotiated
Played the
with
fuck
people
out
who been
these
trying
niggas.
to kill y'all for the last decade.
Forever.
Let me
century,
pinky
like you
promise
said,
with
for
niggas
40
that are liars.
Say what you gonna say?
For 40-some days. I remember you had told me this yesterday.
40 days,
of,
40
like,
nights.
Literally, y'all could have done so much preparation. Y'all could have done so much groundwork. Y'all could have got way more people backing. Y'all folded on.
Y'all was insider trading during them 40 days. Y'all was running y'all bags up. Nancy just retired during y'all. You telling me Nancy ain't getting no little gifts? Niggas wasn't giving Nancy a little money.
Y'all wasn't sitting up there live broadcasting. No, we need to do this day one. Like you were saying.
I'm not hearing it, bro.
Each day, y'all could have done so many.
I'm not hearing
different
it.
things.
We are
Just
the
for now at the end for you to sit there and be like, you know what? He's the all powerful Jesus. That is horrible.
Like,
bro.
it's
Look, gang,
crazy.
It
look,
wasn't
gang.
going to work anyway.
The reality of it is
mean?
the reality of it is this. It is November 12th. SNAP benefits, obviously it hasn't gone out to everybody. It's gone to some people, but SNAP benefits have been cut off since the start of November. It is November 12th. You're telling me air traffic controllers not getting paid, flights getting canceled, all this shit. 12 days into the year. You got to think about this. Think about this. And we talked about this when it comes to donating to SNAP. When it comes to, or not donating to SNAP, when it comes to donating to like food banks, things like this. Those donations that food banks were getting are really going to hit heavy the first week because people are donating. It's mainstream media, SNAP benefits. All of these donations are coming in that first few days of the month. By the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, you're halfway through the month. That's when those pantries start going empty. That's when they need more donations. That's when people need to start pitching in. You ain't even make it past the first cycle.
Nope.
Before you bent over and was like, yeah, it ain't gonna work anyways. We gotta pay niggas.
You have now.
You already started not only 30 days of a government shutdown where niggas wasn't getting paid. You started 12 days of no food for niggas. What are you talking
You
about?
have waves flying over now. Niggas losing their health care and losing food.
Because
You know,
what it is
those words
and we-
Obamacare did like a number on niggas, bro. Because it's like, if niggas would have really sat down and like analyzed what the Affordable Care Act, aka Obamacare, was, half of the majority of niggas on there, they're probably missing teeth.
The people who are
in rural areas, and now when all that shit is gone, and you call up your own,
It's gonna hit.
Hey,
It's gonna
I
hit.
need a.
he didn't give a fuck because also, shocker, Trump doesn't give a fuck about poor white people either.
Nope.
The majority
y'all
of
as
people,
pawns.
yes, the
Use y'all as
people who
pawns.
would have felt the brunt of the government shutdown, of the healthcare shit, it's still people who are in his constituency as well. But it does not give a fuck.
Nope.
I'm looking at
Them
it.
niggas
on
hate
top of
Obamacare
that-
too.
On top of that, so these niggas cave, they vote for it. They get nothing. So people lost their food, their stamps, or whatever. The agreement is if the government is going to shut down and Trump and them are going to shut down the government, then that's going to cause pain. At minimum, on the other side, you have to show what you got for the pain that you caused.
Yes.
And you niggas shit the bed so fucking bad. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the thing that they're about to approve through. The deal. Says the deal to, this is from Reuters, the deal to end the U.S. shutdown would also allow some Republican senators to seek $500,000 for the January 6th probe.
So you mean to tell
the
me
probe that
if-
we watched on with our two own eyes.
So when they were confiscating their phones and shit,
Legislation moving through the Congress that could end the shutdown would allow 8 Republican senators to seek hundreds of thousands of dollars in damages for alleged privacy violations stemming from Biden administration's investigation of January 6th. It includes a clause that would allow lawmakers whose phones record were subpoenaed as part of the probe to sue the Department of Justice for damages.
The Democratic
and who
Party,
runs the Department of Justice, by the way? Republicans. So they just gonna pay them niggas anyway.
Slush fund.
The Democratic Party has single hand. If there was like a
This was probably the red button Drake was
Gettysburg
talking
address, like turn of the tides of war type thing, It was the fact that we just won all those elections and the fact that we were in a government shutdown and all of the narrative that we were able to create throughout that. The Democrats literally, like no exaggeration of what I'm about to say, fully just fucked our whole shit.
Yeah,
fully just fucked our
You know what this is
whole-
like in a game sense? This is like you capture B flag and your homie just bombed the B flag with everybody on it.
No.
everybody.
This is capture B flag and then your homie as a joke
Friendly fire.
shoots you in the fucking back.
Yeah.
Everybody
Friendly
on the
fire.
fires your
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Genuinely just sold.
Cause that's
Genuinely
nuts.
Sold
just
the bag.
Cause that's
shot the
nuts.
green- shot the shot
In the
from
other
half
basket.
court. No. Shot that bitch from half court, screamed green, and that bitch went the fuck out.
And
It was not a
that
green
be the-
bean.
It hit a
That be the shit
grandma
with these
next to
niggas
the
be-
fucking basketball court and gave her a concussion. That's
Yeah,
what happened.
one of them
Shit,
ones.
when
Yeah.
it's like you got these niggas 70 something, they like, bro, I ain't got to deal with this.
They
shit.
don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck.
Dick Durkin is retiring.
These niggas, we moved past it. We didn't have SNAP funding.
Nope.
The government was shut down, no XYZ. And the deal that these niggas just cut, the people who are anti-waste, fraud, and abuse, just allowed a clause for senators sitting in the office to come up on 500 bans for their role in trying to coup the United States government. What are we doing? What are we really doing? The reason why the Democratic Party has fucked it is because this has definitively proved that the leadership of this party cannot fight fascism. If it is led up to Chuck Schumer,
We're fucked.
Hakeem Jeffries,
We're done for,
and
nigga.
anybody else of that ilk who's part of the establishment wing who looks at fascists and goes, let me find a third way with them as opposed to let me defeat
Plantation
them,
tomorrow, nigga.
we will die and we will be
That's the reality.
at war.
We'll die
That is
and we'll
what
be at a
will
civil war.
happen.
Yep.
That's the
Because
reality of it.
We're seeing an extreme overreach from the fucking executive branch.
Yeah.
This nigga Obama would breathe and everything was an overreach from the executive branch. This nigga Trump is deploying soldiers in sanctuary cities and allowing for these niggas to get paid back pay
Let's just try
for
to-
getting investigated for cooing the government.
Let's just try
and
to
we're
talk
over
to
here
him, Stephen A.
bullshitting.
Smith. Let's just try to talk to him, man.
You gotta sit
let's
down
get
and be
some
like, he's the man in
reasoning.
charge.
He's the man in charge, man. Just bend over.
You're not
This is
equipped.
why you don't
You're not
Come
equipped.
together
Bend
as a
over.
community.
You're not equipped.
Democrats are.
Also, any Democrat who's not calling for Chuck Schumer to step down, and Hakeem Jeffries for that matter, because I'm seeing him the day after being like, he's still an effective leader.
Fuck.
Y'all are fucked too.
You're fucked.
Yeah, you're done.
That?
Do you believe what you say or do you not believe what you
You're
say?
fucked.
These niggas need to get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
This was such a categorical failure because now what do you do?
Exactly.
What do you do? What do you say now?
This is
Are you gonna say all the shit he was doing was illegal because you niggas voted to?
Let me tell you what they
And,
gotta do.
and you can't shut it back down now because niggas are getting paid and shit.
Let me tell you what they no.
You're fucked.
But let me tell you what they want to do though. These niggas, and it's the conversation that we've been having. These niggas think there's going to be a Gavin Newsom 2028. Hear me when I tell you this. If we are doing shit like this as the Democrats, if this is the shit that we are doing, nigga, we will not make it to 2026. What
No,
the
you
fuck
real.
are we talking?
That's real.
Niggas are talking about voting in elections, gang. Mind you, the gotcha, the okay, compromise is taking bodily autonomy, more bodily autonomy.
They already said it's a
from women.
non-starter. So now this is we're set up to have another shutdown probably around like
Yeah.
February.
Yep.
Which now what are you gonna do now? Are you gonna
What?
be like, yeah, we gotta shut down the government because we gotta get
Niggas will
healthcare?
not believe you.
They're saying what their
Democrats
big
are
brain
in
strategy.
That is the
Yes.
bottom line.
What their
The
big-
bottom line is this. Because I'm seeing niggas, bro. I'm seeing niggas. Well, Chuck Schumer, he didn't have like anything to do with it.
If you believe that, you're delusional. And the
Bro.
reason why I say that if you believe that you're delusional is because let's take it. First, if Chuck Schumer had nothing to do with it, and these 8 senators flipped without notifying
Just gone
him,
rogue.
even though one of them went on the news the next day and said Chuck Schumer was included in all of this.
Because he's the leader.
But
That's
even
like Bron.
but even if
That's like Bron not knowing shit about nothing that's happening on the court. It's Bron. What are you talking about?
that's like
he's the leader of the goddamn
That's
team.
like 3 niggas in Bron's starting lineup in 2016 left and joined the Warriors, and he didn't know.
Well, I didn't know.
I didn't know. So one of them already said that he was clued
I ain't had nothing to do
into
with
it.
it.
But even if he did not, then that means that he's inept
Yup.
at being a
Absolutely.
leader and
Genuinely.
unequipped to be a
Them
leader.
niggas
Because
looked at you and said,
genuinely
"You're a bitch. We're gonna do what we want to do.
if
You're not a leader."
If I'm the leader of the Senate of the United States and we're talking about whether or not niggas are gonna lose their health care,
And you said,
And
"Let's
you
all
think-
rally around and
you
suck
think
this government down so we can keep our health care." And them
you
niggas
think
said,
a single
"Fuck
nigga in that Congress is gonna vote on shit without me knowing?
What was you gonna say?
Nigga, I couldn't. That's crazy.
That's the reality of it. It's they're inept. And I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like
But yeah, and
the
even-
discourse around it, especially even with like Chuck Schumer and that, bro, stop, please.
Yeah.
I'm begging y'all, please.
It's the end of
Shut
Chuck
the fuck
Schumer.
up. It's the end. No, fuck
it's
that.
the
It's the
end-
end of the Democrats. Fuck.
Yeah.
No, it's over with. Over with. Democratic socialists. Here we go, nigga.
Yeah.
Like,
Real.
fuck all them establishment ass Democrats. We not with the shits.
Yeah.
No.
They're not with the shits. We not fucking with y'all. It's over with. It's over. It's over.
y'all gonna act like this, nigga." Get the
And
fuck
we
out.
knew who you bitch ass niggas were though. That's the thing. Bro, put me in. Tag me in. I don't know shit about none of the shits, and I promise you shit wouldn't happen like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't go like that because that's what a leader does.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
That's what being led by your constituents does.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it makes it so much worse because, like, that's your response. Like,
Yeah.
that's what you give the people after fucking them over.
I think-
I didn't
Mind you,
know
they just
shit.
came out and voted for you.
Yeah.
They just came out and supported the party.
And your response is, "Oh, there's nothing we can do about this, nigga, bro. Just leave it."
'Cause
And
they're-
I ain't know shit.
What?
Go next.
That's insane.
Go next.
Yeah.
You are
so
like ridiculous, bro.
Crazy.
the Democratic Party is facing a crisis from within because there's no way that you can square this away. What just happened? All the people who will say like, well, you know, time had to come. I even hear there's some of the Democrats who were like, oh, we weren't really excited about the shutdown in general, all types of shit. Any nigga who's saying, oh, they had to end, you know, we just got to all get back to work. You don't understand that what almost happened was that fascists won. And because of the fascist way of doing things that's incompatible with our democracy, the fascists almost shut the government down and let everyone fuck off and miss their holiday. That's what any reasonable leader, at the minimum, should have been screaming for every single day of that shutdown. We got nothing.
Book
Then
tour.
I find out the day of that Chuck Schumer, I'm still gonna vote no. And then you get backdoored by 8 niggas while they told you that they were gonna backdoor you to keep the government going. Because at the end of the day, if people pay more for health care, that doesn't necessarily fuck over Chuck Schumer right now.
No.
He got money, he's fine.
No. Also,
All these
same
establishment-
fucking
all these
private
establishment-
healthcare companies are in these niggas' DMs too.
Yep.
They taking the same fucking
So
dollars.
what's
my
the
nigga.
reaction?
Why
Just
would
different
they-
names on the fucking
okay.
businesses.
So
Yep.
what's the reaction? Because, you know, there are fascists in the government and we're still lost out on what we should be doing about immigration and healthcare and all types of shit. Okay, well then the response is universal healthcare. And you have to make sure that that universal healthcare is funded regardless of whether or not the government shuts down. But
Yep.
in order to advocate for universal healthcare and not just say the words, everyone should have it while you take money from fucking Aetna and Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yeah.
The way that you do that is you got to stop taking that money.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
And if you're not willing to do that, just like I seen, it's become a whole news story where people are saying, this one guy who's a moderate returned his APAC money.
Nigga, he took it
Until
to
y'all
begin
stop
with.
letting these
I don't
healthcare
trust that
companies who
nigga. He
price
took it
gouge
anyway.
niggas dictate the policy, we will still be in this situation. You niggas will still be fighting over the scraps left. The one remaining sentence of Obamacare 15 years from now where your granny is paying $500K because she broke her hip.
These niggas don't give a fuck.
They don't.
To all the people
You
at
niggas do
home,
not give
to all the people at home, go to the gun range, get you a what is
And
it called?
also, and I was going to say, go to the gun range. Also, pay attention to what people say and pay attention to what their policy positions
And that picture
Because
that we
more
put up
than-
there, screenshot it.
Because
Remember
mo-
those names.
I was gonna say because
Remember
more
all
than
of it.
any party, more than the DSA, more than Working Families Party,
Yeah,
which
right.
shout out y'all, more than the Democrats, more than the Republicans. Listen to what these niggas are
words
saying
coming out
to
of nigga
you.
mouth.
Because
Yep.
one nigga will say universal health care and mean it, One nigga will say we gotta provide a pathway to citizenship actually and mean it. Another nigga will mimic that language because they know that's what they like to say, but then do nothing.
Yep.
And in fact, take bread from them niggas.
Yep.
Hakeem Jeffries.
Get a
so
gun.
pay the fuck attention.
You seen when he was getting baked by all them content creators?
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
He couldn't even say nothing.
Mind you, they were asking him valid questions, but
Exactly.
that's how
Ignoring every
aloof
single one.
any
Ignoring
sort of
every single
leadership
one.
to protect people's rights is. Because
Get a gun.
these bitch ass niggas.
Guys, get a gun. It's about to get wicked. Get a
About to
gun.
get so crazy.
It's about to get
Stock
wicked.
up on food, guy.
No, dead ass. Get a gun.
Yep.
Get a gun. Stock up on food. Real shit. Because if we are left with, if the battle at the end of the day, even on some Civil War shit, if the battle at the end of the day has to be between the Democrats versus Republicans, we are fucked. So get a gun, everybody.
Yeah.
Get a gun. Because these niggas gonna come. Wait, they gonna come out to the fucking.
They gonna be on the front
They gonna
lines.
be on the front
Let's
line.
make some
They gonna be on
negotiations
the front
with
lines
a big ass
goddamn-
tank barrel in your face.
They gonna be on the front lines with a goddamn white flag and a pie. Talking about, yeah, they're gonna get fucking rolled. Get a gun. Get a fucking gun. These niggas are inept. And if you wait, in my opinion, if you wait on these niggas to make the differences, make the changes, etc., we will be sitting here in 2027. It's gonna look a lot fucking worse. I promise you.
Yep.
Just because Bovino and all them niggas is leaving right now does not mean when it starts to warm up, they're not coming the fuck back.
Yep.
This life is gonna have to still go on. At the end of the day, even after this fucking vote that they're about to do, life is gonna still go on. They're not going to say, oh, well, we just, we did this shit.
Government's
SNAP
open,
benefits.
know what I'm
We got
saying?
our government back on. We paid these niggas. Yeah, we did a good job.
Oh,
They're gonna
wait.
say, shit. What
I
else can
broke
we do
my
next
hip.
year? What's next year look like?
$300K.
Yeah.
They're gonna say, what can we do next year? How can we make this shit worse? What the fuck are we talking about?
I got
That's
a
the reality
cold
of the shit that we're
50,000 on
in
the
now.
bill.
And that's why you don't
Huh?
work with them. I was also gonna say I fucking seen that they were trying to get rid of the filibuster.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because Donald Trump was trying to pressure them to get rid of the filibuster, and that's also ultimately another reason why Chuck Schumer and them caved.
Yeah.
Because if they got rid of the filibuster, that means you can pass your agenda with 51 votes, which means that in a future where progressives or a Democratic Party or some shit actually gain control, there'd be no excuse for not raising the minimum wage, for not providing universal health care, for not doing universal college, for not doing any of that
Like,
shit.
when are we gonna realize
There would be no excuse.
These
they're
niggas
not
have
trying
no
to
game
do
plan.
They don't
short-term
want-
damage.
These niggas do not, bro.
They
They're
don't want to
not
do
trying
short-term
to do
damage.
short-term
That's
damage.
why you can't respond with short-term solutions.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Stop doing
They're
it.
trying to do long-term damage, my nigga.
So listen.
Straight
to
like it's right in front of you.
So
like
that's
JJ
why,
said,
bro.
listen to what they're saying.
listen to what they're saying. But that is across the board.
What were you finna say?
Besides even political parties and titles too, because don't let anyone just call themselves progressive.
I think that was just the thing that was just blowing me. It's just like seeing how many people was in and of course I understand how many people was in the airports so we need to open up this shit back. And I'm like, do you understand what you're saying? I understand you want to go home. I understand you need to do the things you need to do. I understand that all these people are frustrated. But what you're complaining about means absolutely nothing when most of America can't eat or can't afford healthcare.
It's gonna get worse.
in a terrible way. It don't.
It don't.
really
You have to
matter,
measure it, bro,
gang.
because that's the world we
Because
in right now, bro.
The reason why it matters to people,
It's
like when you
easy to
talk
get
about
back to
short-term,
normal.
Exactly.
It's easy.
That's
The
how
reason why
fascists
it
win.
matters to people is, or the reason why it matters to people, and it shouldn't matter, is because everybody thinks this is a 1 year thing, a 4 year thing. No, they are setting the foundation to never let go of this presidency.
Yep.
Wake the fuck up. This isn't gonna be. Well, people aren't eating, or people are eating and getting snapping. And people aren't getting paid for a month. I guarantee you, if we go down this route, people won't be getting paid and eating for years.
Now we back in the
People will be dead.
Yep.
It's straight like that. It won't because we're modernized and we got phones and we got TikTok and we got niggas think we can never go back to those. We are actively watching them peel back everything niggas have worked for in the last 100 years.
Yep.
What are we talking about?
Democratic or governors or some shit. It's time to start looking at that withholding federal funding. Shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's time to start looking at actually, okay, what does it look like if we actually had to leave this shit on some leaving the union shit again.
Yeah.
What does it actually look like if we had to actually fortify Chicago, the city? Where would we need to place niggas? What would we need to call on? What does the messaging look like? What does the strategies look like for boycotts? What does the strategies look like for blackouts? These are the talks we need to start having.
Those are all the conversations.
That's the shit we need to start having.
That's the conversations y'all could have been having when y'all shut this bitch down.
Oh God, not no fuck ass vote.
Nationally,
What the fuck is- Y'all
everybody should have been started talking about all that shit.
The fact that they shut down the government and the talking point, we're not talking about, oh, you know, the crossing signs on this way and the reason. No. Food, healthcare, bodily autonomy. That's the things that are on the table. We can't fight these niggas with a, okay. So we can no. We gonna have to fight fire with fire, my nigga. I'm sorry.
Y'all niggas
gonna keep running from this shit
Y'all
until
niggas-
we're 2-3 years in and we got martial law in this bitch. And damn, what went wrong?
Y'all niggas,
Checkpoints at every fucking
y'all niggas
exit of the
pinky
city and
promise.
shit.
Y'all pinky promise with niggas that are lying and not
Stupid
following
ass
the
niggas.
law.
And now we are 0 for 2.
Over to.
In big structural attempts in the United States government to stop the impending
Bunch
fascist
of
administration.
weak-ass niggas.
All that
We are
college
now-
degree, all that shit ain't where we at.
We're
Y'all
0 for
kissed ass
2.
to
0
the
for
people
2.
who started this shit.
Yeah. 0 for 2.
Okay, bro.
Insane.
Like you don't
Mind you, these aren't
That's because
these aren't regular season. No. This is the playoff. These are the final.
Yeah.
It's because
We're in the final.
This is game 7, nigga.
The people,
Time is ticking.
the people outside that people will march out and be like, "That's my constituents. I represent them." They want something different than you want.
Listen,
You want to find a middle ground that makes Blue Cross Blue Shield comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't want them
Because that
here.
makes you comfortable. You're getting
I want them to not be able to be in healthcare.
Yeah.
I don't want a private
Exactly.
company dealing with that.
Nope.
they're gonna have to
Damn.
start.
And there's a lot
so
of
the
more
rest us
people who
can.
will look at the realities of our system and agree more with me than a nigga like Chuck Schumer. But
Especially
you
if they
can't-
knew more about the system. Guys, we got to remember we're in America.
Yeah.
These niggas can't read past the 6th grade level.
Yeah.
Half these niggas don't even understand the shit.
Nope.
Yeah. So
You're not even trying to teach niggas the
open
shit.
the books.
Your constituents. Open the
books.
books. Your constituents. You're not even trying to teach your constituents about the shit.
because to do that you'd be damning yourself.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
how y'all allowed this to get here.
How you've created a livelihood.
This is why I like when Zohran is taking money from the people of New York
Yes.
and not.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why we
That's
brought
such
that
a-
up. That's
Yeah.
why he's a threat.
Yeah.
That's why he's on list right now. That's why. Because they know that shit. Stop fucking bullshitting when niggas like, I'm trying so hard. You don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck. All them niggas.
And to bring some hope, I want Steve Bannon to tell us exactly what would happen if we actually band together and do some shit.
Oh, and y'all need to start talking like this now.
Very. Let's hear it.
Will tell you right now, as God is my witness, if we lose the midterms and we lose 2028, some in this room are going to prison, myself included.
Let's make it
God is
happen.
my witness. You're right.
Let's make it happen. No. For
That
real.
nigga said himself.
Let's make it happen.
Me included.
Because
Let's make
They
it
know.
happen. Yes. Send them niggas to jail.
Yes. This is the thing with
Midterm,
the
top that.
These niggas are trying to get back pay for being prosecuted for trying to coup the government. No! Let's prosecute them for trying to coup the government.
yeah.
That
Please.
nigga said it myself.
Fuck, the rule of law has to mean something if democracy gonna mean something. And you
Exactly.
hoe ass niggas think it's optional.
because even they know through
Yes.
all that distance.
They know
even
that
they
shit.
know.
He know.
Bro,
They said, yo, I ain't gonna lie,
guarantee
we
you-
doing some wild shit.
I guarantee you, them niggas is back there like, fuck.
We gotta put this shit in the law.
We got, nigga, we gonna have to go.
They said, wait, hold on. Did we really just
That's why
held
they could,
the
that's why they
SNAP
could,
benefits?
That's why they could
Can
not
we do that?
That's why they couldn't knock the filibuster. Trump
Yup.
is in there talking about we got to get rid of the filibuster because it'll help his agenda. But the tide would swing back towards us because we outnumber you dumb fucks. So the moment we got
Them
a
niggas
1
said,
seat
"Oh."
majority, you niggas would be talking about.
They stopped playing
seceding.
fucking, they
Yeah.
stopped playing Risk.
Yeah.
For 1 second and
Yeah.
realized, damn, we can get in a lot of trouble for the shit we doing.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta come vote for us. Don't worry, we're gonna lock all you bitch ass niggas up. Okay. Don't even worry.
So let's make it happen, please.
Let's make America great
I
again.
was gonna say, let's make
Real lockable fascists. Make America great again.
lock up a fascist.
Thank
nigga.
you for joining us on this episode of The Jam. Please go follow the Patreon.
Go follow
if you have
Patreon.
not.
Hold on, let's read some names.
Patreon.com.
Let's read some names. Let's read some names.
How
We got
fast
time.
you gonna pull it up?
We got
Who
10
we got?
minutes.
Who we got?
Oh, bang, nigga, what the hell? Hold
Let's
on, let me got
hood.
some shit.
Pull it
Hold on.
hood. Slide hood.
Yeah, bang out.
Also, I was gonna say, pay attention. there is a race happening with. I haven't looked all the way into Shorty and them who's running in Tennessee. They vote in like December or some shit.
Okay.
Pay attention to what's going on there. Also, fucking pay attention locally.
Locally, yes.
Good God,
Yes,
bro.
please.
Because if that is what it is, and niggas have to come into like some sort of conflict with the federal government, y'all got to make sure everything that is in place to make sure the local politicians will protect and actually do their fucking job. That's why I'm saying, look at your local working families party or DSA.
Yeah, look at your local governor.
Because they organize like a motherfucker. If you want to get involved, your local governor.
If you want to be involved.
Billion.
So I want to do a quick shout out to the Patreon subs. We got Cody Jarrett, Hood.
Shout out Cody.
Shout out Cody.
Shout out Mackenzie.
Shout out Mackenzie.
Shout out Xavier.
Shout out Xavier.
Shout out Bionic Latino.
Bionic Latino.
Shout out to my boy. Shout out Albert Grace.
Shout out Albert.
Zachary, really appreciate you. Afro Dice, Donis.
Oh, shout out Aphrodite. That's the nigga in my chat.
Oh, shout out.
Written. James, Richard,
Shout out
Hafiz, Daniel, appreciate you.
Appreciate all y'all.
all
And
the
those
patrons.
who are not read and those who are following free or paid. Thank you guys for real for the love and the support.
We got a lot of shit coming for the Patreon.
We got a lot of shit coming.
We cooking some shit up. Some shit that ain't never been done before, ain't never been seen before. They don't even know, nigga. We thought that shit
It's about to be
last
surprised.
night.
We wrap up this video. About to be surprised.
Hell yeah.
But thank you guys for joining us this week. We hope you have an awesome day or night wherever you are. And stop letting these people lie to you.
Don't let them play in your face.
Don't let them play in your face. That era is done.
Done for.
Hope has to mean something now. I'm not letting you niggas get a
Jam with the culture filler.
yeah, sir. Have an awesome day or night wherever you may be. And peace.
Peace out, y'all.
Thank you for watching this long. If you haven't already, subscribe. What are you doing?
What is you doing?
What are you doing? You think we just sitting here doing it for nothing?
You think you're gonna sit here and not
Need
shit?
to
Like
eat.
hear this shit.
Click that I know you're not subscribed. Click it.
Cool.